forge ahead and as our campaign to our exit from Nigeria also continue into towards the end of the month of May. It is the 29th day of the month of May 2025. And looking at my time, is 2 minutes past 2 a.m. in the morning. Moki Bubuakwe Ekaro Ekabosi. The live discussion as Yoruba Nation continue, and as we continue our quest and our right to self-determination. We are not giving up and we are not looking back. We remain focused as we wait patiently for more updates and as we continue the campaign. Moki Bubuakwe, a very good morning. Let us adjust this camera so that my eyes can be seen properly, and hopefully everybody can see us as well. Mokiwao, BRC mobilized. Let us make sure that we are not leaving anything untouched. Kuwasi Bashife mobilized, though, we will still need a lot of campaign to go on quietly as we push towards our exit from this contraction to British create in 1914. So that is what we're going to be discussing this morning. Mokiwalen Konse Karo Ekabosi Orikoniwati and Beni Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Yoruba Nation, the solution to our problem. There is no other solution that we have that is troubling us. Trouble actually exist in Nigeria. The more we are existing in Nigeria, the more we are not likely to achieve our goals as people. So that is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. That is the reason why we are campaigning, and that is the reason why we continue to push so that key alini freedom key alegba independent country wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìrànmọ́ládé àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà. A lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are also worried. It is bound to happen. But one thing is, we have great leaders and they're working around the clock, day and night. Can assure us that. The leaders of this movement are not sleeping. They are doing everything, within the little resources that they have, to make sure we move our people, our indigenous Yoruba people, out of Nigeria. It's not a tax that the politician wants, and that means there is going to be many challenges fún àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. So those challenges are not something that we can tell you because those challenges will be kept among our leaders. So Mokibu Mwole Nkonsi, as everybody continue to wait patiently, for Babakitoye. But one thing is, are you one of those that is already giving up? Are you one of those Shojela Rawanti Otin give up? Abi Oti give up? Which one are you? Where do you stand? That is the the question that many of us need to solve. I know where I stand. I want an independent country, far away from the contraction to Britain create. Is that the same thing that fair, Abi, fair, but you want to make a decision on behalf of our leader? Kinshi leader, we have capable leader, and these leaders knows exactly what they are doing. Our followers, we cannot be leader when we already have our leaders. Who are the leaders? Professor Adebanji Akitoye, the national leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Campaign. Under him, we have many other strong leaders. We have the deputies. we have the body, we have groups, and we have many things that are working, against it as well. Most importantly, the Yoruba politicians, they are against that Yoruba nation becomes an independent country. But at the appropriate time, I can assure you that it will be very difficult for them, to stop what Baba Akintoye had in plan. Kini plan Baba Akintoye? Baba Akintoye fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. The plan of the politician is that they want us to remain in one Nigeria. So now we are facing two obstacles. The politicians and our kings, they are working against Ki Yoruba kó dá dúró. But before we go further into the broadcast this morning, many have been waiting for broadcast, but I can see that all medias are working around the clock. Kudos to the Yoruba World Media, kudos to all the independent media, and those that there's still a lot of consultation that I'm aware of. Mukiba Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, we're in communication constantly. He's working around the clock. There are a lot of amendments that are working behind the scene that is not for the public consumption, but I'm aware of. Muki Babawa Emola, we spoke yesterday. Muki Shola Kobodoku, we spoke. Muki Ajagu, Muki Multifaith, Muki Yonka, Muki Ifelodun, and many other groups, Ilano Modoa. But the question in the lips of many Yoruba people this morning is, when is the rally? Rally Yimbo. This is a question that even toward the federal government, they are asking themselves. As the federal government is waiting, the international community are waiting, and millions of Yoruba people are waiting around the world. But one thing is, Baba Akintoye said, I quote, Omawa biole loruli, and that's exactly what is going to happen. Omawa biole loru. So then our own job is just to continue to mobilize. That's all we need to do right now. We mobilize our people and we prepare them for the exit day. We all sit back and wait. That is not our job. Our job is to continue to mobilize because there's another option. I've listened to many groups, many people keep sending me messages. And one thing we need to understand is that we must continue to mobilize until the D-Day. That's all, because the enemies are watching. And we cannot be 100% ready. But one thing is, we will continue to highlight many reasons why Nigeria is a failed country. That is number one. And many million reasons why Yoruba needs to become an independent country. With you as a Yoruba person or without you. Election in Nigeria will not happen in 2027. The doomsday for Nigeria is getting closer. The politician knows that. They do not want Tinubu to come back in 2027. Tinubu wants to go back in 2027 and Nigeria is imminent to war. So Kakakalo Sogun, we would exit. Baba Akintoye would do whatever it needs to do without the politicians and our kings and edge further so that Kiri Yoruba, Kuli Daduro, so that we can become a full independent country. How is the question that many people want to know, and that remains something that Baba Akintoye will keep to himself. Ishewa fulewa forile idiwa kagbega 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 faleri. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. And that is different from the fraudulent national anthem that never united us in the last 65 years that we have wasted too much energy reciting. Good morning and welcome once again. Kosibeshele, what's on the platform in name? This is a platform that will keep your spirit high. No matter what you are feeling, whether you are feeling down, whether you are concerned, whether you are worried, I can assure you that I am in the back end and everything is going on as planned. That's all you need to know. But tó bá lọ sí platform tí ó bá ti fún ẹ ní ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì, I cannot help you because that means pé follow protocol. Instruction is the only solution to problems. But Yoruba want to have many instructions from those that are not going to give you that instruction. Who are we waiting for? We wait for Baba Akintoye. It doesn't matter how long it will take him. He is the leader. That is a leader. Kò ń ṣe Tinubu ò kì í ṣe leader wa. Because ìparun ni Tinubu wà by taking us into this contraction called Nigeria. And he has nothing to offer us in Nigeria. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀, ó fi kó wa lọ sínú ìparun. Who is the leader? Olóyè Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ is the leader. And many of you, no matter how you cry, no matter your pain, he is also going through the same pain. He's been in exile for the last 3 years. Go mobbing konsheri money nule ni businesses. So Shefele sọ pé wà in a hurry to lóyè Ìgbòho ni. And many of you will not be able to push further, even if you dare want to, without Ìgbòho. You can't. Because in any battle, you need somebody that has what it takes to lead the battle. Ìyẹn la máa wá láwọn ọmọ ogun lẹ́yìn tó máa wá ràn lọ́wọ́. Òun náà sọ pé òun lè dá ṣe, but you cannot lead the battle. If you wanted to lead the battle, we would have seen many of you would have been out there in the last 3 years that Igboho has been in exile. So that means we will be patient to wait for Igboho and Baba Akintoye. Who is the leader? Kayode Emola, the diaspora deputy of the YSDM, is the leader. We will wait patiently as they continue to mobilize under the YSDM to make sure that everybody has at least the little resources to help us. They will not give you all the full 100% because we don't have the capacity. But with the talent of these individuals, they are ready to move the movement to the next stage. Who is the home leader? George Akinola. No matter what you say, he is in Nigeria, in Yorubaland. He's been in the struggle with us for a very long time. We would have to wait as they continue to walk around the clock. Many things you don't need to know because Konshemuvila Act, we cannot give our enemies everything so that they can go and wait for us so that they can attack us and ambush and kill you. So you will wait for George Akinola as we are waiting for the YSDM that is ready to give us the go-ahead under the leadership of Baba Akintoye. So not all your grumbling will help the movement. Kilo Shele. No, you remain focused as a foot soldier. We are the foot soldier. Our gongon a foot soldier that are waiting for that call. You cannot lead the movement when we have the capable hands that want to lead it. We wait patiently for all the medias that are now working simultaneously to give us the go-ahead. Yoruba Nation rally ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, Yoruba Nation ti wà declared. No, this will be the unification, the unity of all the medias and those that probably you might not even know. There are a lot of work going on behind the scene. But one thing is, we cannot be fully prepared, but we will still forge ahead with them or without them. And you are still welcome to prepare for our exit, because we're going to exit Nigeria. I can assure you that. I am still in Africa. And even as I remain in Africa, there's a lot of pressure for me to return back to UK right now. But that pressure cannot be as important as the clearing call to help our people and myself to exit this contraction to Britain create. So if you're one of those that are mourning in your group, mourning in your bedroom, in diaspora, mourning at home in the homeland, that Kilon Shele, you have to wait for our leaders, because you are not the leader. These are capable hands that we have already been able to work with in the last 5 years. There will be a lot of surprises, and those surprises is what people want to know, but we cannot give you those surprises. So when you listen to my own platform, it's different from other platforms, because I am here to encourage us that our focus point is exit Nigeria. It is as simple as that, nothing less, nothing more. We don't want to be part of this contraction. Don't be Nigeria. It has done a lot of damage in our lives, and we don't want to have anything to do with it again. But the enemies, the politicians that are representing us in Nigeria today, are also preparing whatever they can prepare. It doesn't matter. No matter how strong they are, no matter how much money they have, Nigeria will break on their head. So our focus point as we continue to wait is that Ama exit Nigeria. When is the question that millions of people wants to know. How prepared are we? We will not be fully prepared, but we will still go ahead. No. No. Ìdí yẹn gan lẹ́yìn fẹ́ mọ̀, ìdí yẹn la lè review fún yín, because kò ṣe ẹnìkan lẹ́ ń wò wá, kò dẹ̀ ṣe ẹnìkan lẹ́ ń gbọ́ wá, àná ẹnìkan kọ́ lẹ́jọ́ wà nínú group. Britain is watching, monitoring everything closely. That is all I can tell you. We are not scared of any one of them. We are not scared of any countries around the globe as we speak this morning. I can tell you that. Baba Kitoye is not worried about them. Neither is he scared about anybody. Igboho is not concerned. Neither is Emola worried, or George Akinola. Neither is Iyajagun multi-faith. Whether it's Kogbodoku, whether it's Ifelodun Apapo, with their strong leadership that are preparing us for our exit. Whether it is Ilano, Omodua, US, that are working around the clock, doing a lot of consultation on our behalf, engaging those that we might not be able to reach in the US, as Canada, Ilano is working around the clock. As Ogun State, Ekiti, Ondo, we are all in communication with different peoples, and they're working around the clock. Traveling is happening crossed by, I will not tell you from what point to one point, because that is what you want to know. Kì í ṣe movie. Ìbáyọ̀ ṣe Netflix. This is a real event that is going to change millions of lives, and we cannot reveal too much. I just woke up after an early to bed. But I know many of you just want us to come out and say, Rally Tibere. It will come as a thief in the night. But while we are waiting, we will not stop campaigning and creating the reasons for whether we like it or not, kò sí solution kankan mọ́ láàrin àwa àti Nigeria. Bó bá wọn Tinubu kó gbọ́, the letter has already reached it. Bó bá wọn kó má gbọ́, it does not own us. We are not a slave. Those that wants to be the slave to Tinubu can continue to be the slave. He's a human being. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló ràn lára ẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ ràn lára tèmi ló ràn lára tiẹ̀. He's just privileged that Iledumare fún ní position here, and he has not used it for the purpose of Yoruba people. That means he failed. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa ṣèdájọ́ fún. Àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé ìkà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe fún Tinubu tó fi di pé ó débi tó dé léde tó wá go quiet as millions of people continue to go into starvation in Yorubaland. He has nothing to offer anybody, so we are not waiting for him in 2027. Because our criminals, bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn, àwọn olè politicians, kò yàtọ̀ sí wọn, kò yàtọ̀ sí wọn náà, kò yàtọ̀ sí wọn. Tinubu is the same thing with them. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ojú ń kán millions of people as well. But we wait for our leaders. Ìyẹn ló ṣe pé wọ́n ní leader that are capable. You are not capable more than Baba Akintoye. Kò sí advice they fẹ́ fún mi pé kí n lọ sọ fún Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye knows all those advice. When Baba Akintoye called me yesterday, he asked for two things yesterday simultaneously. One of the things he said to me was he was watching one of my videos and he was hearing me talking about Najatu. And Baba Akintoye ní kí n send article yẹn sáwọn tí Najatu, the prostitute Fulani woman, tó fi attack ọmọ wa, bàbá wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, the general that nobody has the capability as of today. Kò ń ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn sí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, but when we talk about akọni ọmọkùnrin òun ni Sunday Igboho, it's not about ogun. Èèyàn lè lo ogun kó má jẹ́ fún. Àìmọye yín tẹ́tí ṣògùn nísìn tẹ́tí múra sílẹ̀, but ẹlòmíràn mọ tó tún fi sára tó ń pè ní kíyàn wà bold. Boldness is far bigger than having anything in your body. Yes, it is good to protect and fortify yourself, but tó bá fortify rẹ̀ tó bá bold, you will still die before you get to the battlefield. So when people see Igboho all the time, they think it's because he has one day's ogun kan tó ní. No. Igboho boldness is the reason why the whole of Africa knows that there will be a change for the lives of millions of Yoruba people. Kò ń ṣe Nigeria nìkan ló fẹ́ change. The whole of Africa continent will change. Because when Yoruba becomes an independent country, it will bring a peace between us and Benin Republic, Togo, Sierra Leone, Libya, all the way to many other African countries that will benefit. So tó bá rò pé bóyá ìjà kan tí Igboho gbé dání àti Akintoye ìjà Nigeria ni, ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So when Akintoye called me yesterday, he requested that I send him that article so that he can go through it quickly. This is what they call a leader. It might have taken his time for him to have seen my broadcast, because Baba is 90 years old, but he's still sitting down watching a lot of broadcasts, as not just myself, but all others. And when I said that to him, I got a call back again from him that this message of Najatu, Babati response in January, I myself forgot that Baba responded to all the Fulanis to stop attacking Igboho. But because animals no ẹranko ayé àtọ̀run làwọn yẹn. and ìdí tí a ṣe ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé a lè jọ ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn, àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti Fúlàní ò lè work, but àwọn olóṣèlú àtàwọn ọba tó fi bá wọn ṣe àti fún gbogbo wọn ní ìtàn pè ní final warning. Àní tó dẹ̀ máa kàn ní sí ni pé ọmọ Yorùbá tó máa jáde ní àsìkò tí bàbá wa máa announce. Tó bá wá lè dúró fún bàbá wa kó fi announce, I'm sure o máa láti dúró náà ni, because he is the capable man, Professor Adebanji Akintoye, the man that have seen it all. Kó tó farẹ̀ síta pé òun máa lead wa. Àwọn tó kù tó jẹ́ kó lead wa, gbogbo wọn dákẹ́ látara pé inú Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ti ń ṣọlá, ló ti ń ṣọrọ̀ ajé, tó wá ń dì sí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé ká lọ máa dìbò 2027, ká lọ dìbò 2023, 2015, tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò lè mú àṣeyọrí kankan sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. When Baba returned my message, I will read what he wrote in January. Láti fi warn àwọn Fúlàní against Olóyè Igboho. This was in January this year. That shows that this man knows that the attack on Yoruba people, kò ń ṣe Fúlàní Nigeria nìkan ló fẹ́ wá attack wa. We are capable. We are strong. Fúlàní ò ever defeat ilẹ̀ Yorùbá rí. Yes, what is ṣe jàmbá tó pọ̀ sílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ń ṣe lénìí. It has been going on since 18th centuries, 17th centuries. Because 18th century ni Fulani gba Hausa kingdom, 1806 precisely. And as we forge further, no matter how our differences will be in this movement, nobody pray for the death of anybody. But ìgbà kan máa wà, tájọ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ union, tájọ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ movement, as we have done. And sometimes our path will also be different. Because that is the intention of people like Tinubu and many criminal politicians like himself. Iṣẹ́ tó mọ̀ ṣe nìyẹn, divide and rule. Kódà wọ́n sọ gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní tí ẹgbẹ́ kan bá ń bẹ tó ń flourish nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹgbẹ́ yẹn máa pín sí mẹ́ta. Tinubu mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. So the division that came into Yoruba nation today, Tinubu mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. I don't have to give him the accolade of presidency. But ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń bẹ lára níjọ́ kan, ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn máa gbẹ, ó dẹ̀ máa kú. Bí a lè ní, bí a lọ́la, bí a ní 30 years, àwọn kan ní even it might not be that strong. Níbo ni bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ wà? He left us after many years on this earth. Tinubu will also leave. But if we eventually forge as we're doing and Yoruba become an independent country, good generation Tinubu Pata will never be forgiven, because he had all the privilege, but of abuse against Yoruba people. So I know it's currently in Lagos. Even only Lara, people prefer him to be in Abuja because the whole road is blocked. Oh, sorry, the King Kong. Níbo ni Pharaoh wà lẹ́ni, ó padà parun náà ni, Tinubu máa parun náà ni, kò ń ṣe pé. Torí pé in tí ó ń fi Yorùbá ṣe lẹ́ni, tí Yorùbá fi ń sunkún, gbogbo ẹkún tá ń sun lẹ́ni ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo generation Tinubu máa sunkún yẹn, àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, they will cry. Because kò need it 2 times láti divide Nigeria. Ó fẹ́ fi ẹ̀mí tiwa sínú ewu ni, they ní accept it. No matter what they prepare for themselves, the least thing that would happen is Nigeria will still divide, and Tinubu will run into exile, and Yoruba will take control of their land. When they attack Yoruba, will also be attacked, and they will all be killed. So we are forging ahead. It's not just the rally. The rally wants to give us something. That is all. An independent country. But the plan is that they want to know the next move, the next move. only that move will come from Baba Akintoye. But Baba Akintoye responded. I have the article written in January 12. That shows that this is a man that have seen things before we see it. Naija tún ṣe ń response sí Olóyè Igboho, but Baba Akintoye ti response sí gbogbo Fulani ní January. As I read that article again, just for record purpose, we've done it before in January this year, which is just about 5 months ago, because we are still in the 5th month. I know today is 29. Ẹ̀yin wo ọjọ́, Baba Akintoye ń prepare for the future ọjọ́, kò iṣẹ́ ọjọ́ tẹ̀ní nìkan ló ń prepare for. So all your grumbling in your groups is not what you should be doing now. We should continue to mobilize ourselves across Yorubaland. Ká lè jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ kó lè ní àṣeyọrí. Because in the country, la fẹ́ gbà nísìn, it's not just a rally. Kò ń ṣe pé a fẹ́ jáde fún rally. Rally will lead us to our country. That is what they've told us. So that means we will become an independent country. Ṣé wàá rò pé wọ́n máa stop o pé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Ó yá o, ẹ máa bọ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ múra sílẹ̀, ìmúra yẹn ó sì máa continue náà ni until the announcement will come. I don't know when the announcement will come. But the only one that knows is Baba Akintoye. And we will give him all the accolades to continue as he is doing with Igboho and the rest of the group and the executives. But we would wait for them. That's all I can tell you tonight, this morning, this evening, depending on what time and when you're going to watch this broadcast. I am waiting as you are waiting. I have pressing things that I should have done in the UK. But like I said, I appreciate anything with me. And I just want to put it on record. I love when people call me and say, Koiki, no matter what, stop using the word that going back to UK means nothing to you. Let me repeat it again. I mean every word that I say. If leaving UK finally for this struggle, yes, I am ready to do so. That will not stop my children from finding me at the appropriate time. They have what it takes to travel out of the UK. They are not restricted like I have been restricted for 15 years. Owó ni kò máa ní láti fi ra ticket fún wọn. Tí bá fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ mi wá bá mi níbi tí mo wà, màá lọ wọ́ owó ni, and they will fly down and they will come to me. So when I sit here and I say that I don't have no business anymore in the UK, I mean it. But I didn't pay ni mo dúpẹ́ because I received a call from someone. And I understand how they feel. That only 5% of our Yoruba people are ready to fight because Ama Jafigbakini kò sí àní-àní níbẹ̀. That 95% are not ready to fight. Ṣé àwọn tí mo fẹ́ torí ẹ̀ fi UK lẹ̀ nìyẹn? Yes. I would rather go with the 5% to save the 95% tí wọ́n mọ̀ tán ṣe because wọ́n mọ̀ tán ṣe. I can't blame them. So for that call that came through yesterday, I'm grateful. I am not here to knock you down, but I still stand with my words. I have lived in the UK for the last 20-something years. 1998 in Mowa, UK, September. Gatwick Airport with visa. I have said it all there. I have enjoyed it. And if I have no reason to return back the cause of Yoruba nation, so be it. Whether I give them money or not, they will still manage with their life, with the government, and my wife that is working. Why do I manage? You think about them, you have to support them from here until Yoruba mafi debiton law. About debiton law, then I will pull my sleeves together and I'll start doing what I need to do to earn my own income. So I am not doing this because I want to say it. I am doing this because I mean every word that I've said from the day one. And I don't want us to have this at the back of our mind, whether you are in the homeland or in the diaspora. Or it is not worth it, because that is what I am seeing and I'm hearing from that kind of call. Show what because of your children. 16, abandon 18, they will leave you and they will start their lives. You will end up being lonely. You are aware, were together. Abroad is not for you. It's not for Mokegiri. So for our to have still remain in a peaceful home is not an easy task. But for long that we are still able to keep my family together. So I am not doing this because of anything. I am doing it because I want also my people to be free, just like those that have lived in the UK or those that are the citizens of British and Germany and France that have been free. I am not doing it to satisfy anybody, because it don't come and anybody. Chicken brain. I want more left from their right. More left from my right. So we have to rescue them. So even if it's 5%, from what the caller said to me, but only 5% are ready for the fight. I think 5% can still save the 95%. Tabawa focus. They were distracted. Tori gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo pé ká jáde ní sí kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn lọ́láyà. Ẹlòmíràn bóyá ó fẹ́ jáde bí ọ̀wọ̀n ní jáde, but ìwọ kọ́ ló máa sọ fún bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho, because ìwọ kọ́ ni action man yẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀wọ̀n pa action man nìyẹn tó lè ṣe bọ́ síta láàárọ̀ la kó lọ dánwò pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó gbé sára. Wà wá rí pé kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ ògùn nìkan. Tó bá mọ̀ pé tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mo challenge ẹ̀. That is why we have to wait for our leaders. No matter how you might be feeling this morning, you will wait for them. To buy them a wait for one. Then you have Africa Nigeria. What we have done is that excuses all the time. You don't leave excuses, because the country is gone. Determination la fe fi gba ko n se gbogbo elo sogun elo bogun. Yes, all this will help us, but it's our determination and our strength la ma fi gba Yoruba nation. O ma wa declare, because rally to ba so fun agba ma gba country wa bí a máa declare ni o, bí a kìíní kan ni o, ìyẹn làwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ the next move. Like I said, I don't know, but what I know is that rally nìkan kọ́ ló wà lórí table. Ṣé rally la máa ṣe títí forever ni? Àkàwọn máa jáde fún rally. I listen to many of you, but like I said, we should not lose focus. Àtẹ̀yìntẹ̀ wà ní diaspora àtẹ̀yìn kanjú. Tó bá dẹ̀ kanjú ẹ máa bọ́ lé ẹ̀rọ tíkẹ̀tì kẹ́ máa bọ̀ kẹ́ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa náà. Yìí náà fi ṣe yín sílẹ̀ náà. It's two ways around it. It's either you wait when the call will be called, and then we all move together. But one thing is, we will not allow anybody to distract us. Àwa la máa distract àwọn. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kó má múṣẹ. But wọ́n fẹ́ mọ bí Ìgbòho ṣe fi rìnrìn àjò yẹn. Wọ́n rò pé 2021 ni. Mo sọ fún yín pé lẹ́yìn oṣù 2021 mọ̀. The game has changed on them. We now have been able to walk back and look at where was the mistake. Kilo Shell in 2021. What led to Igboho's attack in his homeland? Because homeland, a lot of attack. Chemalo attack in Germany, nisin. Lo ba ni Germany ke lo attack pé torí pé wọ́n pè fún rally. Bí a kò ṣe right. Bí ẹ máa wá attack Baba Akíntóyè ní Kútọ́nù. Bí ẹ máa wá attack mi níbi tí mo wà, or ẹ máa attack àwọn èèyàn wa. at least we are not homeland right now. We are more or less like people that are in exile. Exile, you know what? Some of you don't know that. I'm currently in exile. I cannot return back to my homeland because we are in this movement. Does that worry me? No. Tinubu fún ààrẹ ti wà ní exile kó tó máa ṣe tó ń ṣe. So what is going to change now is that Tinubu will leave that Nigeria for Yorubaland to come to be, because nígbà tó wà ní exile, it was the military dictator ló wà lórí ìjọba. Abacha ló wà lórí oyè nígbà tí Tinubu wà ní UK during the Nadeco. But something happened ló fi yẹ kí Tinubu padà. Nǹkan kan náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tílẹ̀ Yorùbá náà máa fi dìde táwọn fi gba country yẹn, because kò tún ní sí ibi kankan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó máa pè ní Nigeria very soon again. That is where we're going. But the politician wants to use Nigeria to enrich and deceive millions of Yoruba people. And that is where we have challenged them. They know that. We have told them everything that they need to know. The next move is what they are waiting for. It's a game of chess. Monise into jẹ́ Tinubu padà sí Nigeria ni pé the late Abacha that died. So in náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí Yorùbá tá à ń pariwo kó máa dé, ilẹ̀ Oòduà máa dé, ló máa fi dé. And that's a fact. So history is always there, and we will go through the letter from where we stop with Baba Akintoye to Tinubu. That tó bá rò pé in tó ń ṣe kò tí ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. And the beautiful example of it was Yugoslavia. So Tinubu rò pé kò tí ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. They warned the leader of Yugoslavia, Nigerian alone. They told them everything. That country has come to expiration. So bí Tinubu náà ṣe ń rò pé bí àwọn fi mọ́tò gbóhùn lọ gbé gbàgbà nísìn. Tó ń fi convoy 50, tó fi move káàkiri. Those cannot rescue him in the hands of the Fulanis. The Fulani means every business, every word. Lórí ẹ̀. Ẹni tí ẹ gan kò safe. Because I don't know why a government is moving with 50 convoy. UK, the Prime Minister moved with only 4 cars. I see it all the time. 2 bikes in the front, the Range Rover, sometimes Jaguar. And there's another car, and there's another car, and they stop for traffic lights. Because what the building you want they be pay, Kenyan to feel why not attack Prime Minister àwọn tí mọ̀. But because Tinubu ò mọ̀ bí tó ti fẹ́ attack, ṣó rò pé bọ́n ṣe ń gbé convoy yẹn tó bá yin grenade ẹyọ kan, ó máa take out gbogbo vehicle tó ń gbé yẹn, and eventually he will die. Kò ń ṣe fìrìgbọ̀n la fi ń ṣe kan. Mo ní ẹni tó ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ló fi ṣílẹ̀kùn. Ìgbòho ló ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, kò tí sí bàbá ńlá ẹni tó lè ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi mọ bó ṣe fi ṣílẹ̀kùn yẹn. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló máa protect ẹ̀, ló máa guide ẹ̀. Àwa táwa wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, a máa lọ ní sùúrù torí pé ó lè lọ fìrìgbọ̀n jáde nísìn, sójà máa yìnbọn pa ẹ́. Tó bá tẹ̀ wá yìnbọn torí pé ó ní nǹkan lára. Ṣé ìwọ nìkan lè handle ilẹ̀ Yorùbá with your own strength torí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ ẹ́? Ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ pé ibi tí wọ́n wà yẹn, ẹ máa lọ rúbọ níbẹ̀, ẹ máa lọ bọ Ògún kẹ́ bọ Ọ̀ṣun. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń ṣe, I've seen a lot of videos that have been sent to me. We don't put this out. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, it's a game of intelligence. Ẹ kọ̀ rẹ̀ pé gbùrùgbùrù tí mo máa ń ṣe lórí social media, ìyẹn ti yàtọ̀. Gbùrùgbùrù yẹn kọ́ ló fi ṣe Yorùbá nation. Mo sọ fún wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé media war èmi bá wọn jà, but àwọn tó fi bá wọn jà intelligent, àwọn wà nínú lọ́wà lẹ́yìn tẹ́yìn ò rí. Èmi bá rẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo wọn, but àwọn tí mo mọ̀ òun ni Baba Akintoye àti Igboho. And the 2 of them, we are in constant communication every blessed day. Ma kan tí Baba Akintoye kọ ní January, mo kàn fún ní, because many people, we are too weak in our mind. Ẹ̀mí wa yìí, hey, kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀? Ṣé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ ni? Méyìí má ti ń tàn. Weak mind nìyẹn. Ẹni tó bá ní weak mind ló máa ronú bẹ́ẹ̀. Weak mind. I am very serious. It's a weak mind. We are all preparing. I know that. Let us continue to prepare and focus. That's all. We are still preparing. They're near enough, but we are still preparing. But one thing is, something will eventually lead to Yoruba become an independent. Lead to the independent country. Independent country, okay. That is the final straw. Game yet to change in here. Yoruba nation is declared. You see, Tani Babanla any to my house for an Yoruba pay Kotiwa declare. Tinubu, ẹ̀jẹ̀ mélòó ló wà lára tiẹ̀? Ṣé ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni? Ṣé Fúlàní ló nílẹ̀ ni? Britain ló nílẹ̀ ni? We have done all the analysis that we need to do. Gbogbo ìtókù tá kàn ṣe nísìn, akọ̀ṣe ń ṣe kí ni à ń ṣe tán pè ní summary. Tó bá ti lọ sí class at the beginning of the semester, tó bá ti ń tó towards the end of the semester, gbogbo tó kàn máa ṣe ní summary before the exam. Àwa dẹ̀ ti mọ result exam wa because everything has been put in place. But in tó put in place yẹn lẹ́yìn fẹ́ mọ̀ lẹ́nu gbogbo àwa media. And wá media tó máa sọ àṣírí, because I like àṣírí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá like it. I dey like miracle. Àṣírí pé ibi báyìí ló máa gbà wọlé, ẹ̀yìn ló máa gbà wọlé, nǹkan kan báyìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Why are we not just waiting for instructions? Kí ló dé tí instructions máa ń difficult fún wa láti listen sí? A fi lọ sí battle, a lè fi gbọ́ instruction. Wọ́n máa ambush gbogbo yín lọ́nà, apá gbogbo yín dànù. Even if you are fortified. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa, ẹ lọ máa bọ Ògún kẹ́ bọ Èṣù. Because nǹkan tí lè bá bá wa nìyẹn kò disturb ẹ as Jésù or Muhammad. Ẹ lọ máa pe gbogbo ìsọ̀rísọ̀rí. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ that people are listening. Difference tó kọ̀ wá ni pé most people are struggling. Àti pa ajá nísìnyí kò ń ṣe tó kàn máa wọ́sọ́ ó kò lè máa já lójú títì tó náà fi lọ bẹ sórí Ògùn. Ó máa lọ ra èyí tó wà available ní mákẹ́ẹ̀tì ni. Ṣé ọ̀fẹ́ ló máa fún ẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn tó ń tajà yẹn? All these things are expensive as well. So ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń doubt pé kò yẹ méjì tán Koiki, ẹ̀yin wo date, àwọn intelligent people wọ́n wo the last sketch so that nobody failed because wọ́n ní àníṣirálì mímọ́. Èmi ò bí àyẹn kò tẹ̀ tí ìyá àwọn èèyàn wa, ìyẹn ni máa ṣe wonder. We are very difficult people, we know that. Ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe ń pè mí lẹ́yìn nísìn pé Koiki padà sí UK. Ṣọ́ra àwọn Yorùbá tó ń jà fún yẹn 5% already láti lọ. I am being honest. I am receiving calls every day to return back to the UK. Because the point, we know you are determined, but return back to your family. But I want to family kan ni mo ní ni. I have a big family. I've always had a big family before movement. Tí máa ń àwọn ìyàwó mi, bí àwọn kan máa ń rò pé bí àwọn ìṣeré ni. But because ẹ fẹ́ yẹ kí n máa ṣàlàyé gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín, ṣé family problem tèmi nìyẹn kò ń ṣe problem tẹ̀yìn náà. That's my own personal problem. And I've had my family situation before the movement. They wanted to use it against me. Wọ́n fẹ́ pin ẹ̀ mọ́ mi. Bí àwọn tó mọ̀. Later àwọn kan sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ fi bọ̀bá yẹn lẹ̀, ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ni, ó mọ̀ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ni, orí mi rí tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ni. Ìbí wọn náà ní life tiẹ̀ tó ń gbé. Èmi náà ní life tèmi ń gbé. Kí ni life mi ní ṣe pẹ̀lú movement? Family situation mi ó yàtọ̀ sí movement. But right now, I'm in exile. So even as a family, I'm in exile. I cannot return back to my homeland. My in-laws are there. I cannot see my in-laws. Ojú screen bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wò mí làwọn in-laws mi náà wò mí. Wọ́n ti gba kámú fọ́lọ́run. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ìwọ lọ́kọ tí o lọ fẹ́yàn kan tó gbérù kan báyìí dání. Ṣòro pé wọ́n ti ní pọ́kọ́ yẹn pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? But ìyẹn kọ́ là ń lọ fẹ́ lò. So èyí tẹ́ ń pè mí like I said, I appreciate. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n bá wa kéékèèké la fi tẹ̀lé olóyè Ìgbòho, because I told him and I still tell him all the time, I will be next with him at any point of time. Tó bá ń wọ ẹgbẹ́ báyìí, ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa rí mi. That is the loyalty I've given him. With Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi báyìí, Ìgbòho wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi báyìí. A dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá dání pé à ń lọ sórílẹ̀ lérí. Àwọn kan tún béèrè. Somebody sent a message from one of the states. Pé ṣé à ń gbé àwọn mọ́ra ni? When I hear those kind of words, mo wá realize pé olóṣèlú ti báyé púpọ̀ náà ọmọ Yorùbá jẹ́, wọ́n ti báyé yín jẹ́ gan. But like I said, I cannot blame you. In tí yàn bá mọ̀ náà ló máa fi sọ pé ìbọn ti sọ fún yín, irọ́ ló ń pa o. Ṣé ní gbogbo mú gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe irọ́ ni o? Because ayé àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn tó ṣe fún yín nìyẹn. Adé ń bọ̀ lọ́tọ̀ tí wọ́n máa jẹ́gbẹ́ kò sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀. Wàláhì tàláhì símọ́ bíláhì làzílà hùwà. Gbé wọn ní jẹ́gbẹ́ yẹn rọ́lọ́pàá. Gbé ní àtàwọn àwọn olóṣèlú àní ojú ara wa. A máa kanra wa ní gbòkìtì. Ìjà la fẹ́ jà. Bàbá Akintoye àti Ìgbòho ní sọ yẹn fún mo ní èmi tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mídíà ni mí. Wọ́n sì mi ò láìkì máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyàwó mi ò láìkì. Ìjà la fẹ́ jà, ìjà gidi, gidigbo gidi. Ọ̀tọ̀ tán pera wọn yẹn. But we need the numbers to continue to prepare and rise up for the D-Day. Ṣòro pé tàbá yàwó House of Assembly ní sí wọ́n lè dáwà dúró ní ìbọn mélòó lọ́mọ yìí. Ìmọ̀ ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ náà, okay, tàbá yàwó House of Assembly Lagos State ní sí ìbọn mélòó lọ́ fẹ́yìn, tàbá sọ pé House of Assembly yóò ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹwàá ṣe ẹ̀yà pa gbogbo àsíbì báyìí. Tó wọ́n lè ṣe, ṣé tó bá pàyàn sí ẹwà kó bọ́dì yẹn lọ, ó rò pé ń sàs nílé ni. Wọ́n tó tán pera wọn yẹn. Àwọn fẹ́ mọ game tá fẹ́ gbá pẹ̀lú àwọn ni. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ game. Ìyẹn ló ṣe máa ní team tó jẹ́ pé tó bá sọ fún ẹ pé formation yìí lọ́ máa lò last minute wá change formation mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀yin báyìí gbogbo ẹlẹ́mọ̀ wo football now. Ká fi football ṣe àpèjúwe. In anything in life, you will play a game with the minds of your enemies. Ìyẹn ní pé rally ò ní wáyé, rally ń bọ̀. Bàbá Akintoye ló máa announce, rally ń bọ̀, that's all. Níjọ́ wo rally ń bọ̀. Àwọn fẹ́ mọ game yẹn ni, wọ́n fẹ́ mọ game tá fẹ́ play, because wọ́n mọ̀ pé game yìí fẹ́ fún ẹ ní freedom tó máa fún ẹ ní ayé àtọ̀run tó máa fi kú. Even kan tí ó mọ̀ pé tíyàn bá kú ní UK, ẹni tó kú ní UK láàárọ̀ yìí, council máa fún support fún family yẹn. Ó lówó kò lówó, ẹ̀tọ́ ni pé kí council ṣẹ̀tọ́ fún family yẹn pé jàǹbá wọnú ilé yín, responsibility wa ni. Púpọ̀ ọ̀nà yín tẹ̀ ń kú ní Nàìjíríà, responsibility local government ni. Kàmáì tí wàá sọ ẹni tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ kó exist. Àgbàlagbà tó pé 80 ó wà kí a ò mí sí. Responsibility government ni pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ jálè kan náà. Tòró ti dọmọdé, kí ló rò pé wọ́n gbé CCTV síbẹ̀? Torí àwọn kẹ́rà kan tó ń nà wọ́n. And many things like that. So what we are saying is that we want to move from a system to another system. But our office stop it by deceiving themselves. Look at them. Ṣáwọn aṣẹ́wó politician yìí náà ni. Èyí náà yìí náà wo gbogbo wọn. Ṣòro kò tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dàbọ̀ bolẹ̀ ní Sàtíkù lè dúró ni. Ikùn ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kó sáré. Tí ìbọn bá dá búrúbúrú bọ́ ẹ̀ nísìn, táwọn bá yìnbọn, táwọn náà bá yìnbọn, Ọbásanjọ́ máa sá lọ. Wọ́n ò lè sáré. Ìtàn nídìí yẹn náà làwọn sójà àtàwọn tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn yẹn bọ́wọ́ tó ń bá ń pera wọn. And every one of them have been given warning. Tàbá ya gbogbo wọn, wọ́n tó ń tán pera wọn. But we have to be intelligent. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀, Tinubu dẹ̀ mọ̀. Ó mọ̀ pé Bàbá Akintoye wà very intelligent àti Ìgbòho. Ó mọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì dáadáa. Kò lè náà wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n. Tinubu wants to go for 2027. Bàbá Akintoye dẹ̀ sọ fún pé 2027 yẹn sẹ́ a máa pa ọmọ Yorùbá jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà before 2027. That means it is now a game. Ó wá kù ẹni tó fẹ́ win láàrin àwọn méjèèjì. And àwa táwa wà lẹ́yìn wọn la máa help wọn kó fi máa win yẹn. They're watching all the time. They're watching every one of us. They're analyzing it. Because Britain is telling our kings that, let me leave that. Some of you don't know Britain. Èmi àti wọn jọ gbé àjọsùn pé mo kúrò ní UK, pé mo wà ní UK láti 1990, mo kọ́kọ́ lò 10 years gbáko pé mo jáde rárá. So ó lè san kọ́kọ́ fún mi nípa wọn. It's not even about the movement. Tó bá ní ṣekúṣẹyẹ, àwọn gangan ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀. 10 years that I live with them, mo lè jáde. 10 years. Ọmọ tó ń pè 10 years, 365 days. 10 years tí mo fi wọnú UK. Mo jáde, mo lè travel lọ anywhere. Ojú kan ni mo wà, mo kàn sùn, mo ń jí, mo dẹ̀ ń káàkiri láàrin gbogbo UK ńbẹ̀. I haven't watched Maego's program, but my attention was called that ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n náà ti release account Igboho. Mo fẹ́ lọ wo fídíò yẹn kí n tó wá response dáadáa. Wọ́n ní fídíò kan tó ṣe Democracy Day. Ó wá ń sọ lórí platform ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ti ṣí account Igboho. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ ìyá Kogi, attention, ìyá yẹn ti lọ. Ìyá yẹn ti lọ. Akí gbogbo yẹn ará Kogi State. Yeah, woman ìyá Kogi yẹn. I remember I was in Turkey on a visit. And she's been trying to reach out to me, and I believe I didn't have any contact with her then. I don't know how she got my number. Because her number to put me see is a very exclusive number that is not in the public. But she called. And right there, I connected Igboho with her. This was even before Dukbodi Theory. She's very passionate, very strong, loyal. But iṣẹ́ tí Tinubu máa ń ṣe náà nìyẹn, ó máa ń fọ́ ẹgbẹ́ ni. There were a lot of things that she said, and she's a very determined woman, very strong spiritually, very strong as a woman, as a mother, as a grandmother. But kí ni Dukbodi Theory dé báyìí? The woman changed, and the rest, they say, is history. But she's gone now. May her soul rest in peace. That's all I can say. Ara iṣẹ́ Tinubu nìyẹn. So tẹ́ bá rò pé bóyá a fẹ́ jáde fún rally. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo ẹ fẹ́ jáde fún rally yẹn? Most of them are working for Tinubu as well. Yeah. We know you're, but we are not concerned, we are not worried. Because ẹni tó bá dalẹ̀, ilẹ̀ máa mú ni. That is the solution to it. Kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ dalẹ̀, kó fẹ́ dalẹ̀ movement yìí, ilẹ̀ máa yọ ẹ́, ó máa bá lọ. Ọmọdé ní àgbàlagbà ní, it doesn't matter. Ó mú ẹ nísìn, ó máa padà mú ẹ náà ni, ó máa yọ ṣubú. Because àwọn orí tí à ń pariwo ta fẹ́ gbà, kí n máa sùn báyìí náà. Bí ìtẹ̀ ìbáyàwó mi ṣe jigijigi, kí n máa sùn àbí? But right now I am here sitting down at exactly 3 o'clock in the morning. Àwọn tó ń ṣe night duty wà ní báyìí ní láàrin wa. Tó wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́, even in Yorubaland, night, láwọn factory kankan, tó máa ń pè mí ní once in a while. But what we are doing is not because of anything, it's because a fẹ́ kúrò nínú British created country, káwá lọ ní country tiwa, simple as that. Ìjà yẹn dẹ̀ la máa fi gbà, ọ̀rọ̀ diplomacy kọ́, but a gbọ́dọ̀ wà intelligent. Intelligent yẹn ló fẹ́ káwa rí ní síta. May la máa jáde. That's all. Bàbá Kító sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. We wait. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀mí yín ṣe pàpòpà. They believe in this movement. Then, so ṣé ẹ̀ ń sọ pé ẹ̀ trust Bàbá Kító àbẹ́ ẹ̀ trust Igboho? Ẹ bá trust wọn, then like I said, ẹ bọ́ sí títì láàárọ̀ ọ̀la fúnra yín náà. That's all I can say. Ẹ bọ́ sí títì láàárọ̀ ọ̀la fúnra yín. If you have what it takes, the capacity, Tinubu kúkú wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nísìn. Kẹ bọ́ sí títì kẹwọn tó máa ṣe fún yín. ẹ lọ sí títì láàárọ̀ la kẹwọn tí Tinubu máa ṣe fún yín. Tinubu wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nísìnyí ó fẹ́ wá ṣe bíà ó ti dé látànà ó ti pagbo títì rẹ̀ but ó mọ tí bàbá Akíntóyè lè ṣe ó dẹ̀ mọ tí Gbòwó lè ṣe ó dẹ̀ mọ tí 60 million Yorùbá fẹ́ ṣe but bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe yẹn nísìnyí àwọn náà mọ̀ ó ti dàrú mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. A country where a report, as I was about to start this broadcast, let me go straight to that one. I received it from Kwara State. I posted it already online. I was just about to start mo kí gbogbo ẹni wà lórí ìjókòó pẹ̀lú àtẹ̀yìntẹ́ máa tún wò mo fojú pẹ́ ní ìbọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀. This message came from Kwara State, from somebody that is close Moki Prophet Ologunlowa. The birthday was yesterday. Modeki, sister mi, tí mo máa sọ pé ó like Yoruba gan báyìí. I've mentioned her most of the time. She works somewhere in the US. Only àwọn mẹ́fà local government kan wá transform as half of New York, and they're not joking. I bet there was yesterday as well. Mokidada. Mwaki Wubentieje, the month of May. Eitema to broadcasting wo, hello fokoyi, ko bale dada. Moki Wubentiewa Lorieto. Yeah, Motirin continue wa, biba mo send this. I just send this on platforms to Kuno. This was sent to me, like I said, from Kwara State. As I was about to start the broadcast, this was something I read from somebody that lives in that state. Mo fẹ́ post ẹ̀ sáwọn platforms àti okò kí wọ́n kà fún wa. Bàá lọ kan tí Bàbá Akíntóyè sọ nípa Fulani against Igboho in January this year. Moki Baba and Dada. The man is 90 and his strength is like somebody that is in the 60s. So Tiba Baba need that kind of strength. And you are already worried and concerned. Sometimes I wonder, iru energy will have a lot in it. Energy to go to Juti Baba Kito Ilon. Omo 90. Age kékeré ló pé ni. Bàbá tó give up. Ìwọ wá sọ pé ó fẹ́ give up. Àbọ̀ ń sọ pé ojú point. Ojú òpin tó bàbá yẹn. Ọmọ pọ́lọ̀ ló lọ́jọ́. Àkànbẹ̀ Ọlọ́run pé kọ́lọ̀ fún bàbá yẹn lẹ́rìn gúnmọ̀ ni. Ọlọ́run ló lọ́jọ́. Ọmọ kékeré ń kú náà. Ìyá Kogi tó kú nísìn. Kọ́lọ̀ fún ọ̀run kẹ. Kò pé 90. Ẹni tó ń ṣe sọ pọ́lọ̀ ló lọ́jọ́ nìyẹn. So you feel pé Bàbá Akíntóyè fẹ́ kí Yorùbá kó tètè gba country. You think so? Let's read this quickly. As sent to me from Kwara State. I am presently now at Kwara State. Two things happened 2 weeks back. Most of me, I have listened carefully to Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. She said news is underreported in that contraction. Don't pay Nigeria. News is underreported. One reporting news. Toba so far, one reporting news in Nigeria. Irony. It's a country that things happen and it takes time for the news to filter back out. 2 weeks ago, I don't know, but how can this happen? Lóòótọ́, Tebarati, after Borno military invasion, we saw a video of an helicopter mo gbé wá sórí word ni because ó tiny to ojú mi, so mo fẹ́ increase the front ẹ̀ kí n fi sí bí 14. Màá lè save kìíní because these are all the evidence that journalists need to pile up and prepare for engagement with the outside world. Because tó bá tó time tí àwọn yẹn máa pè pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ojú ń dùn ẹ̀yin ògbọ́n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ látijọ́ ẹ̀. Àbí, these are the evidence that people like us will prepare. So now, màá gbé padà sórí website mi, but for now, mo ti increase front end. So let me read it. I don't need my glasses now. Any 2 weeks ago, ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní Kwara State lélẹ́yìí o. Kwara State ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Only there is a place called, tí n bá pronounce it dáadáa, ẹ má bínú, Àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ in Ìrẹ́pódùn local government of Kwara State. I'm sure pé àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ Kwara State, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá wa share program tá a bá ń ṣe. Kò ń ṣe torí à ń béèrè fún revenue lórí social media. Mo pààyàn fún mi lówó gan dàn pé kó fún wa lówó lórí social media ní super chat because àwọn àti YouTube lájọ ń pín. But when we share the program, people will have the privilege to listen. Mo kí ẹ doctor mi, òṣègùn ọ̀nà kú tọ́jú bàbá Akíntóyè. Má jealous o. Ẹ̀wọ̀n òkúta ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Oríṣiríṣi èèyàn máa ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí social media. Àwọn tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ra wọn lórí. Ìwọ náà, èmi ò tí fún bàbá lówó, ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ máa sanwó, pé mi ò lówó lọ́wọ́. So, ìwé bàbá mi nìyẹn, bàbá dáadáa. Kọ́lọ́ máa dúró ti bàbá yẹn kó wá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Yàrá gbéwò yẹn báyìí. Irọ́ mo lè fi blọ́ọ̀kì ojú olóyè. Àwọn àfilé báyìí, ẹja àfilé báyìí. Kẹ́kẹ́ àwọn yẹn máa rí ojú olóyè Ìgbòho. Àwọn lè nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ìgbòho, wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá Akíntóyè. Ọlọ́run ló máa bá mi san wọ́n lẹ́san. Ọlọ́run máa san gbogbo wa lẹ́san. But àwọn kan wà quietly behind the scene that they are like ghosts. Iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ju tèmi lọ. Ẹ máa wonder gbà, ìwọ tó ń parí, I'm serious. To manage people, to manage somebody is not an easy task. But Ọlọ́run máa san gbogbo wa lẹ́san o. Ọlọ́run máa san gbogbo wa lẹ́san. So jẹ́ kí n padà sórí article, not article. Wọ́n send ẹ̀ wá sí mi láti Kwara State. Any 2 weeks ago ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. Oníbì kan wà tó ń pè ní Àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ in Ìrẹ́pódùn local government in Kwara State. Ní the first Sunday of this month, tí bá lọ wo calendar, because journalists máa fi pin ẹ̀ padà. That will be on the 4th. A wà ní 29 last Sunday ní tẹ́ bá jẹ́ pé ẹ bá rántí mo ní ká ṣe sàárà. Mo mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi ṣe pé ká ra fruit pé because it's the last Sunday ẹni tó bá gbọ́ broadcast mi pé ká kọ̀ra sweet àwọn tó bá jẹ́ church tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ aláwo nìyẹn ká kọ̀ ṣe sàárà kò tí late. A lè dismiss prayer nínú movement yìí because spiritual attack là ń jà. Spiritual battle òun là ń jà pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ atẹ́gùn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣe. We come back to that. So at the date 4th of Sunday níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀ because ẹni ẹ̀ bá ń sọ fún wa pé 1st Sunday of this month of May, that's on the 4th. Wọ́n ní mo ń try to translate and is in English but torí èdè Yorùbá tí mo fi ń sọ mo ń ṣàyàn gbé fún ẹ. Wọ́n ní around 8:30 p.m. some gunmen gun tẹ̀lé pé gun GU ní but ṣe sẹ́ndẹ̀ wà lẹ́nu náà ṣe fi síta but máa lọ edit ibẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé English difficult so ẹ má bínú fáwọn ènìyàn. Ìmọ̀ pé ẹ máa kà ní sani ọgbọ́n òyìnbó kan ní language wa tẹ́lẹ̀ ìbá ní kọ́kọ́ Yorùbá ní sèmi kan nílé kà but máa lọ edit ẹ̀ níbi tí mo post ẹ̀ sí. So because GONE lọ́kọ̀ instead of gun GUN, but I can't blame them for that. English is your language. Some gunmen entered the village and started shooting straight bullets at the front of their target house, and one innocent child was killed. That innocent child has a name, only future, only dream, only aspiration. Even tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ tó jẹ́ ìkókó ẹni tó bímọ l'Amẹ́ríkà nísìn tó bímọ ní UK, Canada, a máa tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn pé ọmọ jòjò wọ́n máa fọmọ yẹn lówó, ìjọba máa fún lówó. Lóòótọ́ accident náà máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwọn abroad, but kò ń ṣe pé kí terrorist wá pa wọ́n mọ́nu lé. Accident lè ṣẹlẹ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn gan lè máa wẹ̀ fatiri situation tó ń wẹ̀ fọmọ kékeré nínú ilé tó tí ìyá ìgbàgbẹ́ sínú bá tó mọ mi yóò tó kú. But the fact that àwọn kan wọnú lẹ́wà wọ́n yìnbọn pa ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, because whoever was killed at that point ọmọ Yorùbá ni. And they kidnapped the landlord. Wọ́n not demand 100 million, which is what they normally do. Why inflate price yẹn? Ibo láti fẹ́ ṣe tí kò ní ṣìngbá. They demanded 100 million, but they later collected 10 million. These are not small money fún situation ọmọ Nigeria. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ lo bracket yẹn, àbí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, torí pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀, Kwara kì í ṣẹlẹ̀ north. Àwa la ní bó jẹ́ ogun la máa bá wọn jà ní Kwara state yẹn tó máa fi padà sọ́dọ̀ wa, ibẹ̀ ni ìjà máa pọ̀ sí jù. Ẹ lọ note down. Ibẹ̀ ni ìjà máa pọ̀ sí jù, ibẹ̀ yẹn gangan ni ìjà máa pọ̀ sí jù. Torí àwọn Fúlàní tó wà níbẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n náà padà gba 10 million naira. Yàtọ̀ sí 10 million, wọ́n gba mattress, wọ́n gba drinks, wọ́n gba bag of rice along with the money, which is always the pattern of our Fulani. Tó bá kidnap àwọn èèyàn, àwa la máa wá lọ ṣe shopping fún wọn, tó fi ń replenish in tí wọ́n ní lọ́wọ́ àti tó ti ń tán nínú ẹ̀. Bọ̀bọ́ kan tí mo show video ẹ̀ ní couple of weeks back, bí ọmọ Igbo ni, ó ní àwọn làwọn ń gbé àwọn oúnjẹ wọn sẹ́yìn, ó ní rice ọ̀hún báyìí tó bá sè báyìí oríṣiríṣi ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ nǹkan ló wà nínú ẹ̀, but mostly gàrí ló máa ń fún wọn mu. Àwọn ilé ìtẹ̀tú béèrè mattress. Ṣé wọ́n ti nílé tó ń gbé níta tó fẹ́ gbé mattress yẹn sí spy? Definitely yes. They're living with us. Okay. Ṣèbí torí pé a rí wọn tó gbébọn ni la ṣe mọ̀ pé terrorist ni. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ identify Fulani terrorist tó bá jẹ́ pé kò pàdé lójú títì tí kò gbébọn tí kò dẹ̀ múra bí ara wọn tó kódà tó tẹ̀ múra pé mọ̀ pé Fulani ni, báwo ló ṣe fi mọ̀ pé terrorist ni? That is where you need a government that is functioning and working. Because government gbọ́dọ̀ mọ who is who, but nínú Nàìjíríà lẹ́nìí ta ṣe ń sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ exit. Part of our exit is because àmọ́ who is who tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Because kí ló fi mattress ṣe nínú igbó? These are people that are always moving at any point of time. Tó bá jíyàn gbé nísìn, wọ́n rìn 3 hours, 4 hours non-stop. Ẹni tó bá rẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń pa ni. Ẹ lọ wo fídíò yẹn tí bá sì lè rí. Ọmọ Igbo ni bọ̀bọ́ náà. Ó ní bí i 10 days or 7 days tó ń ṣe láàrin wọn, ẹ̀mí òun fẹ́ bọ́. Èèyàn méjì ló kú. Ó ní bọ̀bọ́ máa kan kò lè rìn mọ́, kò lè breathe bí ẹni tó lómi lára ni. Tó expect pọ̀ máa jẹ́ òun gbé tó kọ̀ jókòó sínú mọ́tò tó ń lọ sílẹ̀ Igbo látàbújá lọ́ti làwọn yẹn ti ń bọ̀. Èèyàn méjì táwọn dànù. Because ọ̀fẹ́ tó máa delay wọn tó máa waste time àwọn. So wọ́n náà lè gba rice. The case was reported to the police, nothing being done. Failed country. That is number one. Ilé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní Sunday 4th. Adẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn lẹ́ni èní 29 oṣù ti parí. Fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé àìbóṣù ìlọ́nà máa ṣe rally. We wait patiently, okay? I have said it at the beginning of this broadcast. Àti wà ní 1 hour plus. And I'll keep saying it. Àwọn leaders wa wọ́n wà capable, wọ́n mọ̀ tán ṣe, okay? Tẹ́yìn ò bá wá lè ní sùúrù fáwọn leaders wa pé torí ẹ̀ ń grumble, ara ń kan yín, ògùn tẹ́gbé sára ó ń disturb yín, ó normal. But ṣe rí bàbá yìí tí mo wọ̀ yìí, Ìgbòho yìí, a lè sáré síwájú ẹ̀. Eléyìí ò ṣe Gani Adams, gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. Eléyìí ò ṣe Gani Adams o. Mo ṣe Gani Adams. Mo máa ń sọ fún mo mọ Gani Adams before olóyè Ìgbòho. So Gani Adams yẹn èmi lè dárúkọ ẹ̀. Àwọn kan lè máa papọ̀ bàbá aláṣọ funfun, èmi ò dárúkọ aláṣọ funfun. Gani Adams. Wọ́n ń pààyàn l'Ákúrẹ́, mo ní kó lọ síbẹ̀ kò dá mi lóhùn. Mo sì bá General Trustina sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá ní Àkúrẹ́, l'Ondo State. I am in communication in Yorubaland on a daily basis. Video call ló fi pè mí. Ọlọ́run á dúró ti gbogbo yín. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Ṣọ̀rẹ́ arákùnrin tó ń wò yìí, ṣọ̀rẹ́ arákùnrin tó wà ní Germany tó ń wò yìí, iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe on a daily basis. Tó bá sọ fún apá máa jáde, a máa ní sùúrù kó fi lead wa jáde. Tó bá wá ní o fẹ́ lead ara ẹ̀ jáde, ṣorí inú platform yìí yẹn ṣàwáyàn bí 5 kẹjọ lead ara yín jáde. Bùṣúrà wa tó kù, àwa máa ní sùúrù fún wọn. Torí pé ohun tí wọn tó bá ti fọ́n síta pé ká jáde, ṣorí Tinubu yẹn tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù yẹn, bàbá ti kọ lẹ́tà sí. Lẹ́tà yẹn ti wà ní ìgboro tó ti ń spread. Tinubu ó rí kò rí, ó gbọ́ kò gbọ́, problem ti ẹ̀ nìyẹn. But mo sọ fún pé wọ́n ti summarize lẹ́tà yẹn fún. A máa sọ tàwọn Fúlàní tí bàbá kọ ní January, but mo kàn fi lọ sí Kwara based on this new update. Now the second one, tẹ́ni yẹn kọ sínú kínní. Only last week Saturday, ìyẹn máa jẹ́ on the 24th, tó yẹn bá tún jẹ́ last week. The first one, ó ní ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó ń detail ẹ̀. Ìyẹn mo ṣe máa ń sọ fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń ṣe fídíò. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa bá wa detail ẹ̀. Time, date, location, because these are things that we are piling up, we are compiling them. Bá ṣe ń fi sórí social media tẹ́rin yẹn, ìta America, okay, kí ló America ṣe sọ nísìnyí pé ṣe àwọn America ti hot gbogbo visa, o lè gba visa nísìnyí, student visa o. Michael Rubio, sorry, the Secretary of State, ó ní kọ́ hot gbogbo ẹ̀, o mọ reason of ṣe gbogbo social media ẹni tó fi wá gba student visa, wọ́n máa monitor ẹ̀ kó tó fún yín ní student visa. So in time post on social media, tẹ́yìn kankan rò pé a kàn post ẹ̀, àwọn tó ṣẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ní technology láti fi scan. Tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan níbí báyìí nísìn tí mò ń lò continuously tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ó lè ṣe jàǹbá fún America. Signal máa lọ sí America, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa mọ ibi tí Wi-Fi mi tó ti ń pin. Wọ́n lè pin ẹ̀ down sí ibi tèmi wà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ communicate pẹ̀lú ìlú yẹn pé ibi báyìí kọ́kọ́ ń ṣẹlẹ̀, tẹ́ni yìí ń sọ pé nǹkan kan fi ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọn tó jẹ́ nǹkan tó burú. Àwọn ní technology yẹn tó fi ń pè ní tech nìyẹn. Nàìjíríà ní ìlú òfò tó jẹ́ pé kò ready láti go further ju bó ṣe wà yẹn lọ. Ó ti stand still. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwa stand still. The tech is there. Kí ló dé tí mọ́tò ṣe ń drive without driver? Mọ́tò ti wà tó ń driver rẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà. Kò sí driver tó ń drive ẹ̀. Autonomous car. Fún tó bá ti sọ bí tó ń lọ, ń gbé lọ nìyẹn. So why am I saying this is because many things that we are saying on social media is also part of evidence against Nigeria. So tá bá jáde tí àsìkò bá tó at the appropriate time. Bó bá wọn Tinubu normal ni kó nǹkan jáde kó ní kó lọ shut it down ṣòro fẹ́ favour Britain, irọ́ ló pa. Irin máa kọrin ni, irin tiwa dẹ̀ máa ju tiẹ̀ lọ. The second one happened in Isin, ISIN local government. Ní Kwara náà sí ni o. Ní last week Saturday on the 24th, according to this person. So they don't record any event, and date, time, are very important. Because recording here, only jẹ́ yẹn gan ló máa ní impact in the last 5 years, that shit. Because I'm going to record for one. So it really missing. Eyewitness ni tí wọ́n fún àyè wọ́n ní recording bí àwọn ní smartphone ẹni tó wá eléyìí ní sìn tó fi sọ ẹni yóò gbọ́dọ̀ ní smartphone because bàbá tó wà lóko ni tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀ phone lọ ní tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀ yẹn ní sanwó mi ní Ọ̀yọ́ ní Ìbàdàn mo ní kó lọ ná price ẹ̀ ó ní tẹ́lẹ̀ 3,500 làwọn máa rà ó ti di 17,000 kódà èmi ò lè ríra ní 21,000 inflation. Last on the 24th at Isin local government of Kwara State, Edidi town. If tẹ́tí máa mọ̀ pé details don fún mi kò ń ṣe fake news o. torí ẹlòmíì ní sani bí wọ́n make it up ni. One man was in his farm, definitely. Wọ́n ní láti sọ fún ẹ pé èèyàn kan ló máa wà nínú farm. Bàbá tí wọ́n ṣápa láìpẹ́ ní ìjàyè Igbójàyè, tí n bá pronounce it dáadáa yẹn mọ̀ ló yẹn má bínú sí mi. Ibẹ̀ ni màmá wa Lé Àjàyí àti sister mi tó wà ní Canada tó máa ń ṣe braids yẹn. Àwọn ló fún mi ní information yẹn. Ẹ̀rọ títí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó gbàdá lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní yẹn tó náà ṣá wọn. Tí mo ní ọba yẹn wọ́n bẹ̀bẹ̀ ní sí pé kó jẹ́jẹ́. Àwọn mẹ́ta tó kù sá lọ. Àjẹsára tó jẹsára ni kò jẹ́ kó pa ọ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ dúnbú ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ó dìde padà. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo wa náà la lè jàjẹsára torí ọmọ Jésù wà láàrin wa. I understand. Bó ṣorí wọ́n tó wà nílé tó ń lọ sóko fún rẹ tó lọ jàjẹsára ká tó jáde fúnrálì wá pa ẹ́ dànù tó bá bá ẹ lọ́nà. Because èmi ò mọ bí tíyàn kan lọ sí oko nísìn tí kò dira tó lọ tó sí gbẹ́rẹ́ tó jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ torí pé àwọn tó ń bá fà nínú gbóyìn bá wèrè ni wọ́n tó bá pàdé wá pa ẹ́ dànù. So tó bá ní one man nínú farm a mọ̀ pé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá léèlì àwọn tó máa ń lọ sóko wọ́n lè pé 6 tó máa gbéra láti community wọn bọ̀ tó bá ti ń wọnú oko wọn olúkálùkù máa yà sí àbá oko tiẹ̀ àwọn nìkan ló máa ń dá ṣoko yẹn tó bá fẹ́ lọ ṣe harvesting ló máa ń kó àwọn èèyàn dání. So ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò ṣe pé wọ́n parọ́ tó bá ní one man torí ẹlòmíì lè máa ní ó ṣe jẹ́yàn kan ló wà lórí oko ẹ̀wọ̀n ká máa ń béèrè question yẹn but why is it one person ló wà lórí oko is the normal norm nílẹ̀ Yorùbá èèyàn kan ló máa kọ́ ebè òun náà ló máa plant tó bá di pọ́ fẹ́ harvest ló máa múyàn bí 2 mẹ́ta dání láti fi help wọn tí bá dẹ̀ parọ́ ẹ fi sínú comment section èyí tẹ̀ ń ṣe farming. Only last week Saturday again on the 24th at Isin local government area of Kwara State, Edidi town, one man was in his farm. Arákùnrin kan wà lóko ẹ̀. He saw helicopter. Mẹ́wàá ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé. Mẹ́wàá ẹni kò sọ ohun tó pọ̀. Màláfíà ti sọ ilé fún wa but a kì í gbàgbọ́. Only one man was in his farm. Bí tí bí àwọn bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ odi bó bá ṣàǹgbò fúrúfúrú a mọ̀ pé kankan fáànù wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi báyìí nísìn ẹni tó bá smart a mọ̀ pé kankan dún ní background tí bá pa ó kàn máa dọ́rù mú mi ni. Kí ni mo fẹ́ fàwọn rẹ̀ pé wọ́n rẹ̀ nìyẹn ní helicopter lókè up at the point in his farm helicopter okay. He looks up to see because it was closed down and one gunman again kò spell gun yẹn dáadáa G-O-N máa lọ edit yẹn. One gunman touched him, decide and asked, what are you looking up for? Pé kí ló ń wòkè fún? That means pé àwọn tó fẹ́ wá já ẹrù fún, àwọn wà close by, bàbá yẹn ò tètè rí wọn. Nígbà tí bàbá wa wòkè pé helicopter kẹ̀ ó wá sísàlẹ̀, ó come close down. Ìkan náà àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n ń touch bàbá yẹn pé kí ló ń wòkè fún? Ṣé mọ̀ pé kó tó lè dé stage yẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn ní ọ̀wọ̀ lára ni normally ó yẹ kó yìnbọn pa lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ but ẹni tó bá ní ọ̀wọ̀ lára ọ̀wọ̀ yẹn á máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ ọ̀wọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fún bàbá yẹn ni o ìtọ́fi lọ tọ́ọ̀chẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀wọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fún ni ìyẹn tó ń pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn ọ̀wọ̀ ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún nìyẹn ọ̀wọ̀ bàbá yẹn ò rí tó bá rí gunmen tó máa dúró fún gunmen ni ó padà sálọ náà ni ẹ̀ka máa pa fún yín nísìn. Because èmi ti watch the program. When even in Europe, just one person always on the farm. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó kọ́ ẹ̀ pé tractor nìyẹn máa lò. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, even in Europe, right lóòótọ́ because at least èyí ni ẹ̀ máa jókòó sínú tractor akọ́ máa fi gé oko lọ máa fi bọ̀. Tó bá fi harvest lọ máa ń kọ́ àwọn èèyàn lọ. Only one man touched him beside and asked, what are you looking up for? He said helicopter tó wà lókè yẹn ni. The gunman with the AK-47 asked him, what concern you with the helicopter? Kí ni kan àwọn tó ń wò kí ni kan pẹ̀lú helicopter? Ṣé ìwọ ló ní nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè? That is why he's looking at it. The farmer ran home and left his bicycle in ọ̀kadà. Ó padà sálọ náà ni. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe analysis ibẹ̀ yẹn ká tó lọ sí number 3. Bọ́ọ̀ tẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé helicopter bá ń land èmi sì rí kan recently àṣọ gbogbo wa náà la rí tó circulate lórí social media pé helicopter yẹn tẹ̀ ó padà land bí helicopter ti bí yẹn náà ló wá land o àmọ́ nísìn ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn Fúlàní yẹn fúnra wọn ló record helicopter yẹn kò ń ṣe pé èèyàn kankan ló record ilé àwọn náà lọ record àwọn náà lọ post the solution ṣé mọ̀ pé torí èmi àtàkì Fúlàní ní TikTok ṣe kọ́kọ́ já mi wálẹ̀ mo àpílẹ̀ wọ̀ gbọ́ whereas the same Fúlàní post àwọn gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n ṣó ìbọn TikTok aláwọn. These are very nasty social medias that glorify. Tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ jákàjáká nísìn Instagram ní méjèèjì ní sọ ma shut it down. Méjì mi ló ṣiṣẹ́ padà nísìn Ọláyọmí àti Koiki Media. But tí bá go very angry nísìn, ó máa rí reaction mi. Computer ni o, ẹ máa wonder pé báwo ló ṣe máa ń shut yín down. Àwọn ti program ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé Fúlàní all the time gan, wọ́n máa ń shut wa down. Now, tó bá jẹ́ pàwà nísìn ni mo ní ká gba helicopter ká fi lọ já awareness ká ṣe flyer ká lọ distribute ká dẹ̀ wá fún ní price helicopter yẹn pé iye báyìí la máa fi rent ẹ̀ o ṣé mọ̀ pé máa dispute ẹ̀ máa ní ẹ̀fẹ̀ dáwó yẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe flyer àwọn lè lọ distribute ìbọn ni o ìbọn gidi àtàwọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ìjà. Àwọn ní nǹkan ìjà o but one thing is tó bá di pé ká dá owó ẹni tó dáwó á fẹ́ mọ kí ni àwọn tó ń dáwó tán kí lẹ fi ń ṣe. We are too inclusive people because I trust àwọn tó wà níwájú. Reason tó dẹ̀ máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn kan náà ló máa ń fi distrust yẹn sí ẹ̀yin lọ́kàn. You think it's cheap láti gbé helicopter dédé. That means pé àwọn tá à ń bá fa wàhálà yìí, they are well equipped and well funded. Màláfíà ti sọ, mo ní spare phone ni mo bá play video Màláfíà yẹn fún akagbọ́. Mo dẹ̀ lè máa lo TV mi láti ibẹ̀ yẹn. And spare phone, mo dẹ̀ ní iPad àbí tablet. I will have played that for us to listen to. Màláfíà said it. Màláfíà sọ, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa tẹ́wà lórí ìjókòó, ẹ má bínú pé mo dárúkọ yín látẹ̀kọ́. Eléyìí kọ́ ni mo bá wá sọ̀rọ̀, program eléyìí kọ́ ni tí mo ń kà yìí nísìn, mo kọ̀ wá pé torí àwọn èèyàn tábà rí wa nísàn, àwọn sọ fún yín, wọ́n ní ṣe rálì lọ́lọ́pàá, especially bọ̀bọ̀ Koiki yẹn. Because our people are humans that tá a bá ti rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn à ń gbàgbọ́. But like I said, our leaders that are capable are very highly intelligent than anybody. Oríṣiríṣi advice tẹ́ bá mú wá, màá kọ́ máa ní mo ti gbọ́ ni. Advice tẹ́yìn mú wá yẹn, báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé majority àwọn leaders wa they have not looked into it. Ẹ lọ bá Russia, ẹlòmítẹ̀ ní ká lọ wọ́ machineries. Omi current machineries. Ṣáwà tí à ń dáwọ́ walkie-talkie tẹ́yìn kan mọ́ọ̀nì lórí ẹ̀ lẹ́fẹ́ lọ gba machineries. Àwa gangan ni machineries ara wa. Àìtí equipped àwọn ọmọ wa nílé. A ní ká lọ wá machineries. Àwọn tó wà nílé wà capable. Àwọn kan náà mo dẹ̀ sọ níjẹ́ the last program mi. Àwọn kan tán ní kọ́ lọ ṣe kinní yẹn. Àwọn náà lọ tún wá sínú group. Tí group tí Ṣèyí Tinubu ti fa àwọn ohun ẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ibi tẹ́ kó wa lọ. Ibi tẹ́ ṣe díìsì, tẹ́ ṣe dáàtì, ẹnu yín ò lè bọ̀ délẹ̀. Wọ́n á lo èdè pé ṣé gbogbo team tí Tottenham ní ló ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù throughout the season. Ẹlòmíì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kò fẹsẹ̀ kan bọ́ọ̀lù lórí pitch rí, but ó ń bá wọn ṣe training. Ó mọ wáyé tó ṣe training so that ìjọ kan bá wà tó bá nídẹ̀ wàá lè lò, but ẹni tó train tó bá gbé wá sórí field kò lè gba 2 minutes ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa ṣe kì because we are talking about gbígbà abitẹ ó máa pump ni but ìyẹn lọ ṣe ń train wọn whether they are players ẹlòmíì kan gba salary ẹni tó bá wá rò pé kárí ẹ̀ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ẹ rántí wife mi ṣàlàyé ẹ mọ̀ kí mi ò mọ football púpọ̀ kò sẹ́mi ṣàrí orí very dark man òun máa gbádùn iṣẹ́ táwa kan fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn ká máa sọ fún yín pé injustice wà kẹ máa dáwó sí wa lápò kíyàn kan máa gbádùn èmi ò fẹ́rù yẹn I want every one of you to buy a ticket and go and watch Oseme in Turkey. Not a Ofe travel, wọ́n ní kó wá gba visa torí Nigeria. Stage tó yẹ ká wà nìyẹn. Now, wọ́n ní Oseme yẹn tí n bá pronounce orúkọ dáadáa, bọ̀bọ̀ footballer tó wà ní Turkey tó ń play fún Galatasaray ni mo sọ jàre. Ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní wọ́n lò bó ṣe kúrò níbi tó wà, something like that. So what am I trying to say is that some of you that have been given some kind of training, for whatever training, let me just leave it like that without going into all the details. Kí ló dé tẹ́nu yóò kí n bò náà? No, kí ló dé tí ẹnu yìí máa ń wà rough? Tí tẹ bá jókòó sínú ilé, they were frustrated nítorí pé àìtí ìdìbò tá à ń lọ. Ó wá jẹ́ kẹ́ jáde, kẹ́ wá gbéra, kẹ́ wá fi fóònù, kẹ́ wá ṣé wàá kó ọ lọ síbẹ̀, kó ọ lọ síbẹ̀, kí ọ àwa lò fún kankan. Kí ló dé tẹ̀ kí shut up ẹnu yín? Ṣé ìyẹn náà la máa sọ fún pé ìjọba ìlànà jáde o? So that kẹ́lẹ̀ compromise kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹnu yín yẹn ló máa fi jẹ́ kọ́ ẹmọ tó burú jù láyé òní kọ́ ambush èèyàn tó bá ambush yín wá pa gbogbo yín dànù ó dàbẹ̀ lóògùn lára wá pa yín dànù. Kí lè rò wọ́n sójà fi sunkún? Because sójà tó fẹ́ lọ pa Fúlàní wọ́n ti sọ fún Fúlàní pé ibi tó máa gbà lélẹ̀ ẹ̀yẹn ṣàdúró sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bíbà kẹ́yìn kan tó báyìí ṣe rí ibi tó fẹ́ gbà kọjá yẹn tẹ́ máa fi pa gbogbo wọn tán kò sẹ́ni tó máa gbọ́. Helicopter land sí Kwara State. Kò ń ṣe pé a ṣe mọ̀, but this is just another evidence to back it. Pé Kwara State yẹn. Okay, tá bá ti láti Kwara because Kwara ó close mọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n àbí. Wọ́n mọ̀ kó tó bá ti wá sọ́nà Ondo. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pọ̀ lérí àyìn dáadáa. Kò ń ṣe pé kò sí Yorùbá náà ní Kwara, but ó ṣeé ṣe ká tètè rí wọn. Well, in my land say Ondo, no, I don't know. Because tẹ́ bá rántí, go story emo. Osun State, we heard that there was Boko Haram around December. Mo fẹ́ lọ mú article yẹn wá ni o. Tẹ́ bá rántí, Sahara Reporter, Osun State, the state is it. Tẹ́ bá rántí pé wọ́n ní wọ́n dictate àwọn Boko Haram ní December 2024 ní incident yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀. Kódà January la tó gbọ́. It was around January la gbọ́. Story yẹn lélẹ̀ lórí Premium Times. Just to tell you that what we need to focus now is that we are going to exit and we are going to wait for Baba Akintoye and Igboho to give us the announcement that we're all waiting for. It doesn't matter how you are in a hurry. You cannot be in a hurry more than Baba Akintoye. Baba yẹn ti pé 90, like I said. Akọ̀ǹbẹ Ọlọ́run pé kọ́lọ́run fún bàbá yẹn lẹ́nu egun bàtà àlàáfíà ni. Pope gan pé 90 tó fi kú. Yes, Pope died at 88. So lè wà in a hurry tó Baba Akintoye pé kó rí pínlẹ̀ Yorùbá gba country ẹ̀ kọ́lọ́jọ́ tó dé kọ́lọ́run fún lẹ́nu egungun. That's what we're praying for. Let me give you the headline. This was Premium Times, January 10, 2025, Odoyin. Court approved 60 days detention of Boko Haram suspect arrested in Osun State. That means pé àwọn tó já weapon fún wọn Kwara, wọ́n wá move weapon yẹn gbanúgbó títí tó fi dé Osun State, tó fi set up camps síbẹ̀. An order is hereby made enabling the State Security Service, aka DSS, / applicant to detain the respondent, our Boko Haram, for 60 days pending the conclusion of investigation. I'm sure for 60 days, now. Let's look at it. January 10, the article, 10 January to February, that's 30 days. February to March, that's 60 days. At one case on the Wasitamo again. Why is that case? Okay, Biako take 60 days. Biako 60 days the month in Tabani Kamaka January Kamulati February to March. 30 days. March to April. Ó ti pé 60 days now. The question now is, ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ DSS pé kí ló dé tí kéèsì yóò ti wá sí Supreme Court àbí High Court l'Abuja? Mo kí gbogbo yín wá. Why? This is a country that is abating and protecting the terrorists against the citizen. And we can no longer live together in such a country. We can no longer live together in such a nasty country that cannot protect its own citizen. Nigeria is a failed state, and there's nothing you can say anymore. We need to go. But Tinubu is not going to let you go, because Tinubu has an ambition to go further for 2027, and it's going to be a battle between us and him. Battle new. Don't let anybody fool you that Irene is a real battle, but it has to be. You cannot have conventional war with any army around the world. But what you can do to defeat them is to mobilize your people and tell them why you are mobilizing them for, which is what we've been doing in the last 5 years. We are mobilizing our people, and so far we call rise up, not to defend, Tinubu, not to attack him, but we are mobilizing them because we are under siege of Fulani that have destroyed not just us, but destroy our true identity that Britain is working with. Let's go further. A federal high court in Abuja has given the State Security Service, the DSS, to go ahead to detain 10 suspected terrorists who had planned to launch a Boko Haram and ISWAP cell in Osun State for 60 days pending the conclusion of the investigation. There was an investigation law. Justice Emeka, in a ruling on the expert motion moved by the DSS lawyer Y.I. Umar, another Fulani man. I can tell you that. Umar Todaruko yen Fulani gidi ni gbogbo wọn. You know what they've done for a very long time before Tinubu came to power? Gbogbo structure DSS patapata is under a Fulani caliphate. Gbogbo security apparatus of Nigeria has always been under the Fulani caliphate. When Tinubu came to power, he started taking out this out. Oh yeah, remove the IG, Fegbeto Kunse, a Yoruba man, even though his tenure has expired. Tinubu refused to let him go. Because Tinubu iti ri omo Yoruba mi to ma fi replace it. Lagbaja was put as the chief of defense staff. Okpadanu, he was killed. People know that Lagbaja was killed. They took him out. But one person that stands out is the new director of the DSS, Omo Ogun State. Maybe some of you don't know. It's from Ogun State. The current director general of the Department of the State Services in Abuja is Adiola Oluwatosin Ajayi. Is from Ogun State, my state. As usual, very intelligent Yoruba people, but he's doing the job that he believes he has to do as somebody that has been with the DSS that will have never had the privilege to have been in the top. Power. But what Adiola cannot do is that it does not matter his own say as the director. Half of them are Fulanis. I hope you understand how this game is working. When you are saying that, why are they not doing anything? Adiola is giving directives. Go after the Boko Haram and take them out. Do investigation and present it to the court. But there's always a delay because the shaitan of Sokoto, the devil, Sultan, ọmọ Usman Dafodio ó mọ̀ páwọn làwọn kọ́ àwọn Fúlàní síta kọ́ máa ṣe jàǹbá fún gbogbo wa. So as much as Abiola wants you to have a free passage of traveling across Nigeria without being attacked by Boko Haram, he cannot control all the Fulanis that are in the DSS because they're not going to listen to him. The worst thing you can have is an organization where you have people that are disloyal to you. Even if, as me, Koiki Media, if my staff wants to compromise me, they know what they will do. And they will compromise the whole Koiki Media. And the brand continues to be destroyed underneath. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So not that DSS is not working, but the working is not going to show because the half of the population of the DSS in Abuja and across Nigeria today are all Fulanis. Most of them, you might think that they are not red. And when you will, Fulani DSS in Abuja. They have sent them to Italy, Spain, this, and to go and do training, 2 days training, 3 days training. Mone Uncle Kone, Muritala Mohammed Airport. All these flights, plane will land. And every time they should send him for training, they are not sending him to training. He comes to London. I've seen him a few times when he comes to London. Go to the back, movement. Send them for training abroad. One call us training to one Zaria. Why be our Hausa? Our Hausa Fulani ni won. Them Fulani yato si Hausa. Why be our yen loss abroad? While she training. Training. What they now do is they squeeze them. They squeeze instead of going for a training like going to take 10 days. What squeeze one we call us 4 days. So it has been the game by the Fulanis. That's why the whole system that Tinubu wants to create is wasting his bloody time. Who can waste time already? And Tinubu might end up being killed by the same set of people that killed Abiola. So as we have a Yoruba man that is from Ogun State, you will expect that the kidnapping, they can trace them. Why are they not tracing them? He's giving them the directive, they're not listening to him. And it cannot be everywhere. And one more because she mad she compromise in that department because only head loto, but it shall only your lie to my fikuru. This is why we're saying to all these Yorubas that are burning their energy, Wale Edun, Kadoso. They are bloody wasting their time because Bobo policy. Where is the policy that Yemi Osinbajo did while he was with Buhari? Because they work for Tinubu, So when those of you that are saying that Jagaban for 2027, okay. So Tobawa Shetani 2031, Kilo Mashele. I don't think some of you know that the North will never allow Nigeria to prosper. We know because we've had it from a Hausa guy. Only you better cut Hausa out of Nigeria if you want to progression. And there's nothing called Hausa because 1806, the Fulanis have already invaded Hausa land. So what you have today is Fulani kingdom, not Hausa kingdom anymore. So let's go back to number 3 of what I was reading about helicopter that landed in Kwara State. You might start thinking, kilo one in helicopter here. Shonje lower deliver ni abi weapon. Your guess is as good as mine. So when some of you are saying that, Loto, yes, but we must continue to tell ourselves the truth. For those that are still in doubt, the Yorubas that are playing with their lives, that they want to fix Nigeria because Tinubu is there. Tinubu knows very well that the country is dead. Just like Yugoslavia was dead. But the leaders of Yugoslavia refused to accept the truth and nothing but the truth. That this country died and the indigenous people wants to move on. And eventually, they refuse to allow the people to move forward. And that led to a lot of crises. And I have this from Babawa Ajala as one of the things he sent to me some few months back during this movement. Dissolution is the solution. It is time for us to exercise this power of sovereignty that we have wasted and sold under the guise superiors elections over the years. I can parọ́ fúnra wa, ká lọ vote, ó máa fún wa ní future. I read Tinubu's post on his Twitter handle telling the gullible Nigerians again the lies that the politicians are very good at. And I'm trying to pull that up quickly. Many things we're doing simultaneously so that many of you can understand the game is back on again by the politicians. If you expected any governance from Tinubu for the next 2 years, there will be no more governance because that died long time ago. I quote May 27, official handle of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the X, the president commander-in-chief, which is what he wanted to be, because MKO could not have it, even though they've given MKO, but MKO died. So Tinubu is enjoying exactly what he believes that many Yoruba people that would have loved to. He has what it takes to have been what he has been today. But the future of the Yoruba is no longer in Nigeria. He can deny it in his own heart. But Babakitoye have told him in a letter that I'll be reading again tonight or this morning. The end of Nigeria is coming. It will be bloody. There's no doubt about it. But Yoruba people will be free. Biafra will be free. Hausa will be free. Ijaw will be free. Nigeria will be destroyed. There's no doubt about it in my mind. There will not be election in 2027. There will be a civil war by the Fulani against the rulers of Nigeria. We cannot wait for such. We are better off to prepare as we are right now and wait for the call, the trumpet, to troop out and demand our right that will lead to our declaration and our independent country. Whoever doesn't want that, fuck you, I say. We are not going to wait for you. We will go ahead without you bastard Yoruba people that wants to keep us in Nigeria so that Fulani can come and kill us with their economic plan as Dangote and BOA. Destroy the Yoruba economy against their own. We will destroy Nigeria from top to bottom. Nigeria will not exist again. If you want to die with this world, you better die now. Bomb bastards. Look at the lie Tinubu says again. Let me use my glasses because of my eye. Another 419 drug lord. Think that we can be fooled by all this nonsense write-up by some of his writers, because Tinubu is not on social media. He told us that he doesn't like social media. So somebody's writing this and posting this rubbish. And bastard Yoruba people will go and be laughing and say, yes, we told you, Yoruba people, leave the variation now and come and join Tinubu. Idiot all over the place. Today, I celebrate the heartbeat of our nation. You know, go better for you. Which your nation? You know, go better for whoever wrote this and whoever is behind it. What nation? Is Tinubu a bastard? So is he telling me that Babakitoye doesn't know what he's talking about? That Nigeria is just a mere geographical location. Which nation is Nigeria? What is the land of Nigeria? Bastard Yoruba people telling us to shut up. And it's surely they will go in that delay. Idiots. You will see what is going to happen when we come out. I am saying it now. If you think that you're coming out for a rally, you will be killed. You will prepare for whatever is going to come our way. I've said it. You don't allow enemies to kill you. You kill them back. Today I celebrate the heartbeat of our nation, our children. Which children? I just told you that a young child was killed in Kwara State. Olori Buruku Tinubu cannot tell me that he did not know that. He knows. Which children is he talking about? She ọmọ Bini Ibadan ní 2 weeks ago. Ọmọ kókó tọ́jú sínú omi ló fi bá mi sọ. Which children is he talking about? Bomb bastard Tinubu telling me rubbish. All these criminal politicians, go better for every single one of you. We will destroy everything. You would think we are joking. You would think you are joking. At least, you're not running anywhere. See any bloody way. If you think you're going to run away through the borders, people are waiting for you at the border. Bastard, then you lose shit. And if you try to run out when the rally starts and think you run out of Nigeria. Nigeria when it happened. Bastard all over the place. You are not just our future. You are our leaders. Olori Buruku Tinubu Nsoile. You think that you can gaslight us with all this nonsense right up from the British Empire. You are not just our future. You are now our leaders, our light, our reason to build a better Nigeria. You know what better for whoever wants to build a better Nigeria, whether now your pastor, now your imam, you know what better for every single one of them. Any show you know what better for every single one of you. If anybody ever tell us that you want to build a better Nigeria, or fucking better Nigeria, you know what better for every single one of you. It's surely. That Nigeria will be destroyed. We will destroy it. You will not enjoy it anymore. Okudia. Bastard all over the place. I want you to join the better and so you're going to build a better Nigeria. You had 26 years, all these bastard politicians, past and present. Fayoshe stole billions. They can't jail him. Nyomaji Pop in the prison. Do you know how many Yoruba people that are innocent living in the prison in the last 5 years? Every child deserves to grow up safe. Did you hear that? Tinubu is telling us that every child will let to a safe place. Are you safe? Why is Tinubu moving with every convoy? Koshimalo quietly with 4 convoy. Even without every convoy, they can blow up that bridge, the Fulanis. Bastard politicians, criminal politicians all over the place that have destroyed Yoruba land for their own selfish gain. You're going nowhere. Every one of us will be at home when the rally starts. About track if it's lost anywhere, at the marking it down, lost anywhere. If you try to salo, she be shake gumilo lipada yen, or my leg going pada. Be playing in land or my dapada. Because we are monitoring every one of you, even if you're going to fly from Ghana or Cotonou or wherever you want to fly from. Because I don't think that airport will be functioning when that rally starts. Nigeria salo, we know that. Border the fake salo. People will be waiting for you. I want more fear. I want to do the border the fake salo. I want more funny opportunity. Salo. No vehicle will move into the border when we start the rally. We will all witness it together. You lose. Every child deserves to grow up safe, heard, and free from fear. This is what Tinubu wrote December 27, Democracy Day. I think they're fooling us as they've done for 26 years. Bullying, violence, and neglect have no place in our home, schools, or digital space. Under the Renew Hope agenda, we are taking bold action from reforming laws to strengthen community protection system and expanding nutrition, healthcare, and education. And today, I am launching the Say Something, Do Something. You know what word I use all the time? You see something, you say it. I don't know what Otilo copy. Otilo Nikoba on Lojiwa. See it, say it, sorted. That's the way we use it in UK. Toba theory. Look, I can be in my house in the UK and I can just look at my window and I feel uncomfortable with the car. I have the right to call the police. The car can want me, but I won't feel comfortable with it. A patrol will be sent and they'll ring me back and say, Mr. Koiki, everything is fine. Thank you very much. Try Koko station at anything. This is 4 a.m. If call any station in your local government right now. Because often shut any telephone line. You see why they have deceived us for too long. Equip to ground station here. Call any police station. This is 4 o'clock in the morning. Call any police station right now. You see why we cannot wait in Nigeria anymore? Why we need to exit this bastard country called Nigeria? Why we need to dissolve right now as dissolution is the solution. It is time for us to exercise the power of sovereignty. Sovereignty wapada. And that means our heart must be strong and we must remain focused. No. Ready. Our mind. To prepare. Our mind, we must know what we really want. Sovereignty. Sovereignty. Rally is just the stepping stone to the next stage. That we have wasted. Britain, Fuane, wasted 65 years of our lives. All the politicians that I've mentioned, especially those recent governors, they are not even up to 70 years old. That means Baba Kitoye is 30 years older than every fuckery of one of them. And will surely Bruku and will Lee. Baba Kitoye is 30 years plus older than all your governors in Yorubaland today, including Kwara and Kogi State. Baba Kitoye Bateju, he may by 40 years. And all these bastard politicians will now come and tell us again that another election is 2027. The same election that you have not even given the people to do what they call free access to vote for who they want. Election return ballot box, turn ballot box to shudi, turn election in that nonsense and 419 country like Britain rigged the election in 1959. From bastard all over the place. Wicked politicians. We know where you live. All your houses have been marked down. We know every single of your movement. I'll leave it like that. Àwọn tó monitor ẹ̀ wọ́n monitor lójoojúmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe monitor wà làwọn náà monitor yín gbogbo groups yín pátá làwọn náà àti infiltrate gbogbo groups yín gbogbo WhatsApp group ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú pátá PDP ní APC ní títí kan ti ṣòwò rẹ̀ we've infiltrated every single one of you. You think we are joking this time around? Take one step, we will take 6 steps. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ìrálẹ̀ máa dé ẹ ṣe sùúrù ṣe ń lọ lábẹ́lẹ̀ kò díẹ̀. This was Ango Abdullahi. Which you saw in a summary in his various write-up. This amalgamation isn't working. Therefore, it has to be dissolved. But you know, Tinubu of it dissolve only ajibole. Only. Kí ló mú padà láti UK Tinubu iṣẹ́ wo ló ṣe? Tension wo ló ti gbà l'Amẹ́ríkà? Savings wo ló ní? That you return back in 1999 and you become Jagaban. Tó bá ṣe pé olè tó jà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni. Olè ni wọ́n náà. Olè ni yẹn Tinubu. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. Olè ajibole. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan lọ́rùn lára ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wá ṣe. Olè. Àmọ́ bí a Fúlàní kan ni ẹ̀. Mo suspect pé Fúlàní Tinubu ó kì í ṣọmọ Yorùbá. Títí wọ́n bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni bàbá tó lè bí ẹ lọ́mọ máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́ ìwà wa máa sọ fún wa pé kí ló kà níbẹ̀ nísìn pé the future wo ló ń sọ ó lè ìwọ náà tó fi tà wá fún àwọn West àwọn Fúlàní tà wá ìwọ náà tó ń tà wá lọ òkú díẹ̀ ẹ sọ fún Ṣèyí Tinubu kìlọ̀ fún bàbá ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀ ń pera yín ìwà ti bàbá ẹ̀ àti Rẹ̀mí Tinubu ẹ̀ tó gbogbo ẹni wọn fi sọ ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀ ń pera yín ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ya sí títì ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀ ń pera yín ó ní jẹ́ gọ́vnà Lagos State kàkà kó di gọ́vnà Lagos State á destroy gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá àti gbogbo government house àti everything will be fucking destroyed ẹni sọ́ọ́ lè mú sọ kàkà kó di gọ́vnà Lagos State yẹn ẹnu ẹ̀ lájọ wà ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà. Let's go back to Angola. Ango Abdullahi. Only what election are you all doing? Which fake election? Which olórí burúkú election? Go and collect your PVC olóṣì. Gbogbo ètò ti gbà láti jọ ìkìlọ̀ fi fún ẹ. Fi gba cup rice. Yorùbá nation yìí ti ń pẹ́ jù o. Náà èyí tó ti ń ṣe láti jọ election tó ti ń ṣe láti jọ ìkìlọ̀ fi ṣe. You keep quiet and wait for instruction. That's all I can tell you. Keep quiet and wait for instruction. Kò jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ kó le dáadáa. It has to be dissolved. And it will be dissolved. It's either it's dissolved by peace or it will be dissolved by war. Economy. If you don't want peace, American military man say, go and prepare for war. And you cannot fight a war with Nigerian government, conventional war. We will do this. We will do 10 times what IRA did with Britain. 10 times what IRA. Go and look at the history of the IRA, the Irish. Mẹ́wàá kan tí wọ́n ṣe fún Britain la máa ṣe fún Nàìjíríà. Mẹ́wàá. Not one, not two, not three. Mẹ́wàá kan tó ṣe fún Nàìjíríà gbogbo ni mo fi sọ. Ẹ má yẹ ká solve kìíní peacefully. Wàá rò kò lè gbénu ilé ẹ ṣe lọ pati. Fúlàní máa blow yín mọ́nu pati tẹ̀ lọ yẹn ni. Wàá ju bọ́ǹbù síbẹ̀ wá pa gbogbo yín dànù. Yóò lò ṣọmọ Yorùbá. Àná àwa nínú problem. Ẹ̀yin ṣe pati lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ̀yin ṣe bí pé kò kàn yín. Àbí ṣèbí torí pé wọ́n ti ṣèbí Àbújá ló fẹ́ blow níjọ́ ni. O rò pé mi máa àwa la fẹ́ blow yín. Àwọn akọ́lá fẹ́ blow yín. Àwọn Fúlàní ló máa blow gbogbo yín dànù. We saw the suicide bomber in Abuja. Chomanori, Ojundwe. Then our life have been wasted for 110 years if we play back to 1914. Ìyẹn tí tó at 46. Mo ti mo ṣe ẹ ní ṣoríire látòkèdélẹ̀ mo kí ẹ must be. Bomb bastard. 46 years old ni mí. Wàá sọ pé mo tí mo ṣe kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀. A peaceful dissolution is the next recourse. That's what we have been campaigning for. A peaceful resolution. If you think we are joking, I am 46 years old. I have nothing. I have no fucking business in the UK anymore. And if I think America, so bring you. Can I go there? Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lè mi wà. Ẹni ṣoríire. Mo wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá báyìí. Ó kù díẹ̀ ni. Ilé ò ní gba gbogbo wa pátá ni mo sọ. Ilé ò ní gba gbogbo wa. Ilé kò ní gba gbogbo wa. Àtọ́ba o àti ìjòyè o. Ilé ò ní gba gbogbo wa. Ẹ ní lè rìn. Ṣèbí torí pé ẹ̀sìn ráyè rìn ni lẹ ṣe ń ṣe mi kẹlẹ̀. Ẹ̀sìn ráyè rìn ni. Nígbà tẹ́ ẹ bá lè rìn, ẹ wá mọ̀ tá a máa ṣe fún yín gbà yẹn. But we can still have a peaceful dissolution. Tó bá fẹ́ gbé abroad, kó máa gbé abroad. I've lived abroad for too long. Òrìbójú mi ṣe ń dán l'Áfíríkà. Mo mu mango kan lánàá ní báyìí. Mo rò pé mo mu rẹ́rìn ní UK. Mango tó ti fi chemical oríṣiríṣi pò. A peaceful dissolution is the next recourse. This is imperfectly 1914 amalgamation. Imperfectly. Olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní Britain. Olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní Britain. Olórí burúkú ní gbogbo ìran wọn tó kó wá sínú wàhálà yìí. Olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní wọn. For putting us in this situation, pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tó bá sign amalgamation pẹ̀lú wọn. Kò bá jọba ni, kò bá jẹ́ whoever. Wọ́n ní ṣorí nínú wọn. Tó bá ti kú àkútú pẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Ẹ kó gbogbo wa sínú wàhálà tàwa yìí. Tàwa ní ká yọra wa kúrò. Under the leadership of Babakitoye, yẹn kan wá sọ fún wa pé ó ti ń pẹ́ jù. Ṣé Tinubu ló fẹ́ yọ yín ni? ṣé Dangote ló máa yọ yín? ṣó lè ṣe tí Ìgbòho lè ṣe? ṣó lè ṣe? o rò pé Ìgbòho dùn mọ́ nínú ni? ọdún mẹ́ta wọ́n ti síta ó sọ pé ó ti pẹ́ jù. ó èlò ní wọ́n ti kó sílẹ̀. ọmọ etí Ìgbòho ti lose. ọmọ etí bàbá yìí ti lose. nígbà tí ẹ máa tiẹ̀ tọ́ tájọ́ pàdé nígbà tó wá ní nígbà tá a fẹ́ lọ ṣòkú bàbá òkú ìyàwó bàbá. iṣẹ́ change sofa tó ń jókòó sínú ilé ẹ̀ mo sunkún ni olówó wà dẹni tó kọ̀ rán gbé láàrin. I don't like talking about him all the time because I can cry. The dá fún oníṣòrire wọ́n tó ń sọ pé ó ti pẹ́ jù pọ́n pásítà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún ẹ ṣé o rò pé ń dùn mọ́ Ìgbòho nínú tó ń gbé níta ni? ohun gbogbo property wọ́n ti pa wọ́n bàjẹ́. kí ni nǹkan mẹ́rin tí wọ́n bàjẹ́ lára tiẹ̀? o lè kanjú tó Ìgbòho ni? o rò pé kò kanjú ni? o rò pé dùn mọ́ nínú kó fi jókòó síta? You think it's cheap in Cotonou that he lives with his whenever he travel from Germany to bá wá sísàlẹ̀? èèyàn nílé ní sókà ọmọ mansion ẹni. I live in that mansion for more than 5 months. I went into his bedroom many times. I know the kind of lifestyle he was living. Air conditioning nínú Ìgbòho ọ̀npá 24/7. That AC never goes quiet. Ó wá dẹni tí kò sí air condition nínú ibi tó ń gbé. Ó ní ṣoríire wọ́n tó bá tún sọ pé Ìgbòho kò ní dáa fún. Bàbá ò ní ṣoríire, ìyá ò ní ṣoríire, àwọn family ò ní ṣoríire. Ogun máa pa gbogbo family ẹni. Anybody tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ sórí tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ lóye anyhow ẹni ṣoríire. Ikú máa pa gbogbo yín ni. Anybody tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ lóye anyhow. The sacrifice that this man has given is just too much. Ẹ sanwó fún ni. Wá di ẹni tí tó ń ṣí window odindi olówó. Ẹ ṣọ́ra yín o. Mò ń bọ̀ fún ẹni máa eégún. Jẹ́ lọ gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Fídíò tó ní kò ṣe pé wọ́n náà ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho. Wàá gbọ́rọ̀ bó fi farabalẹ̀ lọ gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Ìwọ máa eégún general ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni máa ránṣẹ́ sí lọ́la. Jẹ́ ń gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Àfi kí n má gbọ́ pé o sọ pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀ tó bá wà láyé kò ní dá fún. Tí ìyẹ́ bá ti kú kò ní dá fún gbogbo generation ẹ̀. Mo sọ pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì olóyè Ìgbòho. Ṣé mi wá ń parọ́ ni? Kò ní dá fún ẹ máa eégún. Ò ní ṣoríire níbikíbi tó bá wà. Àwọn ọmọ ò ní jèrè àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Ò ní jèrè àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Tó ń parọ́ mọ́ Ìgbòho bí wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì ẹ̀. Ṣé àwọn fi yẹn ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ni? Ṣé mo wá ń jáde mo sọ pé mo ń parọ́ mọ́ Ìgbòho pé wọ́n ti àkáǹtì ẹ̀ tí mo mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì yẹn? Olùṣòro orí prókò jókòó sí Scotland òní wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho. O gbọ́dọ̀ fún wa ní evidence ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho. Ayé ẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́ lórí social media yìí. Ó dọ̀là fẹ́ màá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kí n wo fídíò yẹn. Máa sì tó bá dọ̀là máa fún ẹ ní details yẹn. A máa bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ lórí social media ni. Ìgbòho tó ń gbé nínú ilé tó ń gbé ní Ìbàdàn. Yàrá tèmi gan sùn tó fún mi. Ó ní kí n má pa èsì yẹn. Mo ní bá mi eléyìí ti tutù fún mi. Ó ní kí n fi sílẹ̀ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Iná tí Ìgbòho ń lò ó fún títì 10 níná. Ó wá dẹni tó ń gbé ní Kótọ́nù tó ń tán ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire gbogbo yín pátápátá. Ó kù díẹ̀ fún gbogbo yín. Ó kù díẹ̀. A peaceful dissolution. A peaceful dissolution is the next recourse. This fucking amalgamation needs to go. Kò ní dá fún Britain lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Kò ní dá fún Britain. Ó kù díẹ̀ fún gbogbo yín. Yorubaland yìí ò ní gbẹ̀yìn. Britain ni mo sọ. Ó kó gbogbo kingdom. Ó mú wọn kó wọn papọ̀. Ibo gbọ́nkọ̀ tá à ń sọ, àwọn olórí burúkú wa máa bú wa, àwa náà ń bú wọn. Hausa gbọ́nkọ̀ tá à ń sọ, àwọn yẹn tó bá wà ní north, àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ believe in one Nigeria, ọlọ́pàá ń dá wọn dúró, ọlọ́pàá mú anybody nínú one Nigeria wọn. If you live in the north, you will realize that you are in a different part of another country because ìṣesí wọn ó yàtọ̀ sí southwest. They don't respect any law. They don't respect any law in the north. Any small thing, they will spark and destroy anything. But our man are patient because civilization ti wà pẹ̀lú àwa tipẹ́. Yoruba groups of kingdoms was joined with the caliphate, the emirate nations, the Igbo Republican state, and other smaller nations have gone through continuous bloodletting. Mo fẹ́ respond to you on this. Olórí burúkú pọ̀ láàrin wa, they are born bastard. And that's all I need to do. So I don't need to mention what he says. But in the Olórí burúkú, we just take you out. Okay? Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí platform ẹ̀ tẹ́ ka nonsense tẹ́ni yẹn sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Mo ti yọ wèrè dànù. Àwọn olórí burúkú, àwọn ọmọ àlè. Àwọn tí bàbá yín ò jẹran gidi. Ẹlòmíì gan bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ṣe súná yín nígbà tó bí yín. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì súná fún yín nígbà tó bí yín. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì 7 days fún yín. Ẹ̀yin olùṣẹ́yìn ọmọ kéékèèké tẹ́ wà lórí social media. Idiot all over the place. Kele yóò charge ni. Ti kú. Lọ́wọ́ wa níbo mi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mad people all over the place. Mo kí ẹ̀yàrí Ọlámilékan. Mr. Lawale mo kí ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi fún mi lọ́lá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo kí bàbá mi Rahim Abbas. Aziz Shakiru mo kí èèyàn yìí. Olórí burúkú lè wálé kí ló fẹ́ wá ṣe nílé. Scotland tó ń gbé àná ló máa wà, born bastard. Ṣé Scotland ilẹ̀ bàbẹ́ mo kí ẹ Masby. Mo kí Mr. Nurudeen. Gani Olóyèdè mo kí ẹ. Ẹ máa retí interview mi àti Masby. Ó ń prepare lọ́wọ́ kò ní pẹ́ jáde. Mo kí Mr. Stephen. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Our life has been wasted for more than 110 years in that fucking shit old country tó ń pè Nigeria. Ìlú òṣì, ìlú wèrè. Inshallah, we shall get to our promised land. Islam is a peaceful religion in the southwest. It's not a peaceful religion in the north. Jihadist ni wọ́n. Is a peaceful religion in the southwest. I can say it anywhere. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n, baby girl. Ẹni ṣé ìyà ń jẹ àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ìṣá tàbá continue 2027. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n, but they're scared and they're worried. But the scare part of it is what Baba Akintoye has diffused by telling Tinubu, Abayan is collector kò kan sí Tinubu mọ́. Orí Tinubu tó fi pé yẹn, orí ẹ̀ máa pé. Mo ń bọ̀ wá ka lẹ́tà yẹn fún ilé nǹkan sí. Mo kí Unique Baby, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thanks for joining. Tony Ages. Then, even in Europe, I'm about number 3 of the intolerance similarity Quora because I've been going different places. Moki Yoruba Nation Lafayette TV, gbogbo wọn kàn. Mr. Taiwo Oluwasegun, Sheffield Kolawole, good morning. Olatunji Table, good morning. Moki ní gbogbo Imo State. We saw how ritual continue in every part of Nigeria. Enugu, ẹ̀rí babaláwo tó ń rí èèyàn lẹ̀. Odindi ẹni tó lóyún lórí sábẹ́ ilé ẹ̀. We saw it, the video is online in Enugu. It's the same thing náà ló ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ayodeji Bolaji Mokia, thank you so much. Johnson and Johnson, gbogbo UK. Abiodun Wasiu, good morning, I love you too. We wait as our leaders will give us further details. I am waiting as you are waiting. Everybody will wait. But that will not distract We must realign our focus. Sule Ademoki, Taiwo Alasi, good morning. Abiodun Wasi, good morning. Adewale Venture, thank you so much. Olakunle, good morning. Olademeji Oyeyemi, good morning. And that is on that side. Let's come back and say good morning. Babatunde Niyi, which useless PVC? We are tired of voting all the time. Benny, Nigeria has no single hope to be sincere. Some kings there are supposed to be rulers. They are the major problem. Most of them, King Charles, they cannot deny they know that I'm saying the truth. Mokila and Consi, Mr. Babatunde Niyi, Ifagbemi. Tosin Michael, good morning. Isabel Oye Consola Ayegbokiki Eshegoni, good morning. Mokini gbogbo ìlú Ìbàdàn. Good morning, Mr. O. Kenny. Ìyá mi Tóyìn Ọláoyè. Àwọn sísítà wa ìfẹ́lódùn àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn tí olóyè Ìgbòho 5 and 6 ni ẹ. Quietly working. We love you, we appreciate you. Banki Kentos, Keki president now. Babatope Sukanmi Mokin, Ashiri Koko Elédùmarè, good morning. Gbogbo Dublin ọwọ́ ló wà. Òkìkíọlá Moke Adébáyọ̀ Emmanuel. Moki Yawa Taiwo Lijadu, Yadada, Yalale Barika, Wallahi, Obi Leni Kinra, gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti gbẹ mọ́ bíbá. Màá ní láti ní kọ́ra mi. I've been very busy, má bínú mọ́ mi. Love you too much. Some of you don't know what this country has done to some of our mothers. What if you are Jewagon? Adukwe, I only that dirty. Could you feel it? It's not easy not to have your children around you. That's the pain that some people are going through. This country has put a lot of pain in our heart, and we react sometimes with that pain. Pain Tigbo won't go through. Some of you don't know it. Everybody don't kanjadi, don't share it, don't sorrow, don't learn. I know the pain. I don't have to tell you what pain. But it's going through a lot of pain. But most of the fighter pain is going through is that way. When we have what it takes, if we all work together simultaneously. But people don't want to work with him. Wickedness. They don't want to work with him. Rather, they want to make sure they compromise this movement and destroy Igboho and sell him out as they did in 2021. Hey, they read money sing. Germany for now. And give the instructions underneath. Traitors all over the place. I was a little bit far away there. This time around, I've told him a lot of things, especially the few times we had the privilege to be together, especially in January. Those days in January that we spent together in London, I told him a lot of things. And I'm grateful that the wife also told him a lot. So tomorrow we will compromise Oloye Igboho so better. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń béèrè pé gbà ló fẹ́ jáde, a máa ní sùúrù fún Olóyè àti Bàbá Akíntóyè. Ẹ bá ti lè ní sùúrù, ẹ bọ́ sí títì kẹ́ máa pariwo Yorùbá Nation Rally, kẹ́wọ́n tí Tinubu máa forí yín ṣe. But if we go together, nobody can forí wa ṣe anything. Okay? And that's why we have to wait for this man and Baba Akíntóyè. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi Táíwò Lèjádù, Màmá Dáadáa, our beautiful mother. Ọlọ́run àforíjì sister wa, mommy wa, Ìbejì. Aziz Gbadeshere, my brother. Mr. Biodun Oluwole ni talk without reasonable action, unity first. Ara talk yẹn náà ló máa mú action jáde. Ẹ̀yin náà kẹ́ ṣe ìdẹ́bá lè ṣe. You cannot gain unity from every one of us. 15 minutes ago, Lashe posted a sad incident involved a lady named Bridget. She passed away in her room and her body started to decay with maggots. Her neighbors only noticed after several days. You see? One of the most painful days. Loneliness. Around 15 minutes ago, check the GMK. Oshe posted 15 minutes ago. A sad incident involving a lady named Bridget Stephen happened. She passed away in her room and her body started to decay with maggot. Shockingly, her neighbors only noticed after several days. Bridget passing away was surprised that she seemed well until then. Her doors and windows were shut, her phone had no battery, but she was still listening to music with her earphone on. There were no signs of struggle before her unfortunate death. It is worth considering if our phones and internet contribute to our loneliness. We often get so absorbed in our screen. Loneliness gan ko ló máa ń pààyàn. In tó ń pààyàn lábúrò nìyẹn. Ẹ̀rọ pọ́n tó wà lábúrò inú wọn dùn ni. Loneliness ni. Tọ́lọ́n bá tẹ̀ tó wá bẹ́ ṣé tó bá lọ tí wá lọ nẹ́nì kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹjọ́ ń gbé. Ọlọ́run bẹ́ ṣe o, mo kàn lo statement yẹn ni o. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n nìkan ló ń dá gbé, àwọn ọmọ ti lọ, òtún wá lọ́kọ, bí ọkọ ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ ti bẹ́ lómi lọ, àbọ̀kọ ti kú. Loneliness. I don't think some of you know what is loneliness. Loneliness ló ń pààyàn. Loneliness kills faster than anything else. You wake up, kó tẹ̀ jí, kó tẹ̀ ríyàn kan fọwọ́ gbá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, kó tẹ̀ pẹ́ fẹ́ bẹ̀tẹ̀ ń túra yín náà ni ìyá rẹ̀ dìde. Kí ló ti dé? Ó mọ́wọ́ ẹ̀tẹ̀sì rẹ̀ tí ń rí nǹkan bára yín sọ̀rọ̀. Abroad wọ̀ ríyàn bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹlòmíà tún lọ síbi iṣẹ́ títí. Terrible situation. Mo wo fídíò kan náà, mo ti rí tẹ́lẹ̀, mo tún wò ní síbi ṣe fẹ́ kọmọ sí Instagram, mi fóònù yẹn shut down, mo ti wá start again. Ilé kan tó wó ní Kòròdú. Ilé ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀lẹ̀ níjẹta ni again 2 days ago. Fídíò yẹn mo wò lórí Linda Ìkejì nísìn. Kò sí ambulance, kò sẹ́ni kí ọkọ̀ lóde gbogbo wọn sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá. Mo tẹ̀ kọ́ ló pé bí àwọn tó pààyàn ni wọ́n. Nínú ilé lọ ti kó wọn bọ́ta. Ẹ lọ wo fídíò yẹn lórí Linda Ìkejì. Lagos State ní Kòròdú. Ilé yẹn wó. Victims being rescued from Lagos State. Wọ́n wá kó wọn sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá, wọ́n wá bòǹpáàdì gbogbo wọn síbẹ̀. So owó tó ń make ní Lagos State ọwọ́ ta ló wà? Ó wà lọ́wọ́ Tinubu náà. Ṣèbẹ́yìn náà lẹ́sẹ̀ pé fẹ́ràn Tinubu. Kí ló cost wọn bí president ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ láti Kòròdú General Hospital kí ambulance bíi 6 ti débẹ̀, gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ti débẹ̀, kọ́dẹ̀ máa kọ́ ní kankan sínú ambulance, èèyàn 2 ló lè kó sínú ambulance, kọ́kọ́ lọ, ọwọ́ akógbó. Ẹ lọ wo fídíò yẹn. Ìlú yẹn ni wọ́n sọ fún mi pé ó ń bọ̀ wá dá orí ẹ̀ òpè ni mo sọ. Go and watch the video. Òun ni mo wò níwájú mi, òun lélẹ̀. O rò pé mò ń ṣeré ni, ẹ̀bọ́n òun ni. See it. Ẹ fi audio díẹ̀ sí. Olùpàá bá jókòó sí ìgbà tá à ń sọ fún mi torí bó ṣe kó wọn, torí bó ṣe lóòdù wọn sínú mọ́tò, torí wọn. Àwọn tọ́ṣẹ̀ rescue, can you see? Torí wọn. Ṣé country lélẹ̀? Is this a country? Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá náà ni o. Ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́sẹ̀ wọlé, ó máa jábọ́, ẹ̀wọ̀n tó kàtí ń gbé wọn lọ. Ìyẹn la kan nígbà pé kó ìkìlì better don't waste your time because àwọn same people nísìn náà lọ máa ti wò mí. Àṣẹ́pọ̀ àwọn kan báyìí nísìn àti rí mi láti ní kí n shut up. Ìyẹn kan sọ pé àwọn olùsọ̀ rẹ̀ wọn kan níbẹ̀. Ìyá ọdún fọ́run kẹ́ wọn, Mr. Lawale, kọ́lọ́bà fọ́run kẹ́ wọn ní yes, I lost a friend there. This is what I am fighting for so that you have a good health care. Tinubu dẹ̀ sọ níbẹ̀ yẹn nísìn pé nínú nonsense tó kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn nísìn tẹ́ bá rántí tí mo ṣìkà nísinsìn. Today I celebrate the heartbeat of our nation. Ìyẹn ní Kòròdú táwọn èèyàn ti kú. Tí wọ́n ní ambulance. Ṣé Lagos State ò lówó láti fi ra ambulance? Ṣé wọ́n ti rà sọ́ ti ta ni? Ṣé rántí pé ní Kòròdú yẹn náà nìyẹn kan lọ hanga rẹ̀ tó gba kẹ̀kẹ́ márúwá lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Bí a ní last year. You are not just our future. Ṣé future àwọn ilé tó ń kó lọ sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá yẹn? ṣé future nìyẹn? Àwọn tó sọ ìyá kọ́kọ́ rò pé bí àwọn tó criminal ni wọ́n ni tó ṣe ń bomb. I was confused bí àti mo kọ́kọ́ rí fídíò yẹn pé ṣe bínú building lọ ti kó wọn jáde báwo lọ tún ṣe wá ń kó wọn sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá báyìí àbẹ́lẹ́wọ̀n làwọn eléyìí ní àbí kinní kan, but they are humans that are living in the building. So when we sit here, we are angry, we are upset. Ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe ní only 5% are ready, but 5% yẹn ló gbọ́dọ̀ rescue 95%. Ìyẹn kan tó wá ń sọ nísìnyí pé ká lọ wá unity mò ń bọ̀ sórí unity yẹn náà la máa jókòó tì, okay? Unity yẹn ni kẹ́ máa wá tí kò máa fi máa pa gbogbo wa. Ìyẹn kan lọ́nà kú nísìn àbúrò ìyàwó àlùkà 2 weeks ago lọ́nà bágà làwọn yẹn náà kú. Àwọn ilé kan wà yẹ kó ti dáwó kó ti tún kọ́ nígbà tí kò sí àwọn tó wá inspected. Wọ́n máa fi kọ́lé ẹ̀ máa reduce material tó máa lò, definitely ilé yẹn máa collapse now. Ìgbà wo ni kò ní collapse? Ó máa láti collapse. And this is the reason why we are saying to our people that we need to exit. Nigeria is a death trap. Ó máa múyàn méjì mẹ́ta lọ ni, and it will create pain in our heart. Tí bá jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí máa sọ fún yín pé you will not live up to 52 years tá bá wà ní Nigeria. Ẹ máa rò pé rọ́ọ̀nì mọ̀ pa ẹni tó ná kú yẹn nísìnyí tá bá lọ wo age ó lè má ti kó 40 years old. I am 46. I have enjoyed life for 20 something years tí mo fi gbé ní UK. Life tí mo gbé ó tí lè gbé kò sí tó bá ní owó gbogbo owó tó wà lákàùntì mi ní UK nísìnyí kò tó £300. Mo ní 220 kan síbi kan tí mo reserve torí máa sanwó lé mi. Mo ní £25 kan yẹn kan ṣe fún mi ní £25 kan wà ń bẹ̀. Mo ní £2 kan níbì kan. Gbogbo owó tí mo ní lákàùntì mi kò tó £300 tó mo ní fọkànbalẹ̀. Torí mo mọ̀ pé mo kàn fi support ìyàwó mi ní òun náà ṣiṣẹ́. So but ìwọ nísìn olówó òrìn ṣingbá lákàùntì. Tó bá pè mí nísìn pé àwọn ọmọ òdúwà ọkọ̀ hospital mo ní láti send owó sí wọn fún hospital bill. Wọ́n ti yọ yẹn lára tax mi. Mo ṣe send the message accountant mi £400 accountant mi náà ó máa charge mi. Because mo gbọ́dọ̀ submit the tax return mi before May 30. Ó ti ní kí n send gbogbo bank statement mi wá. Mo ti send yẹn ní last week náà ni mo send. Ṣé ní Thursday àbí? Mo send ẹ̀ sí níjọ́ Monday. Monday ni mo send ẹ̀ sí. Mo rẹ̀ ní kó sọ kí ni bíìlì mi. Orílẹ̀-èdè ní ebe yẹn kò ń ṣe blogging tí ẹ̀kan rò pé organization níbí báyìí. So when we sit here, some of you think that we joke here. Ẹ̀rọ péré ni mo ń ṣe níbí báyìí ni. Bọ̀ òun lélẹ̀ nísìn accountant mi lélẹ̀ fund ni bill mi tí mo ní láti san fún òun lọ́kọ̀ síbí báyìí nísìn. Kọ̀mọ́ ní oní Dear Koiki Limited. Just a reminder that we have not received a payment for this invoice yet. Let us know if you have any question. Thanks for your business. Accountancy Service Limited. £400. Koiki Media Limited. Annual Accountancy Services. Last year, 500 ní mo san. 2022, 500. So tó bá rò pé bóyá àkọ́jókòó sí bíbá àmọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ ká lọ ṣe ni mo mọ tí mo lè lọ ṣe o. So yes, gbogbo wa ti ń àti ready, but let us just remain a little bit more patient for our leaders. O rò pé kóhùn èmi náà kí mi lọ máa lọ faṣẹ́ London kí n máa make owó ni. Ṣòro pé iṣẹ́ ni mo ń ṣe láfíríkà nísìn mo kàn ń sùn mò ń jí. But sùn mò ń jí yẹn iṣẹ́ gidi ni, because every day my phone is on, calls máa wọlé throughout ni. Advice, me a voice note, this, that, case oríṣiríṣi, ètò kàn mí. So let's remain patient. We are going to get our country. We will get that country, either we get it by peace or we get it by war. Talk about if any peace. So let's go back. To our other channels quickly before we go further. 13 people are watching us. Because follow instruction. All my platforms, you need to have notification ready so that when I go live, you can be able to listen. So I can't help you more than that. We are trying our best. Forensic forensic in Nigeria. Forensic. Thank you so much, Mr. Olalekan. Wasted contraction. Ó kọ́ waste gbogbo ayé gbogbo wa. At 40 plus, olórí nǹkan kan ṣe ní Nigeria. Do you know what it means that you want to do something in your own land? Oh, orí nǹkan kan ṣe. Mo kẹ́ta wà lórí Twitter àti Twitter space. So let's go further because I think parí ẹ tó bá fi lọ sùn, ẹ lè lọ sùn, èmi tí fi lọ sùn. So when I'm tired, I'll go back to bed. When tó bá fi lọ sùn, ó dàárọ̀. Tẹ́ bá jí kẹ́ download ẹ kẹ́ tún wò. Ango Abdullahi ó ní ẹ dissolve kìíní peacefully. Ó máa dógún o. Torí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa sọ pé a máa jagun, náà kò ń ṣe mi mú náà máa jagun. Ó ti dógún already báyìí. Ango Abdullahi ní ẹ jẹ́ ká dissolve Nigeria. Dissolve Nigeria now so that peace kó lè reign. But àwọn olóṣèlú ò fi dissolve ẹ̀ because inú bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ń gbádùn ayé tí wọ́n bẹ̀ làwọn tí ń jẹ kókó ọbẹ̀ wọn ní Nàìjíríà a gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ sí wẹ́wẹ́ ni. Calabash yẹn a máa fọ́ ni mo kí ẹ máa bí. Ẹ máa dúró de Masbi àti Koiki Media. Mo travel lọ bá nínú Africa country tó wà ní. Mo travel kò easy láti lọ bá ẹni tó bá nífẹ̀ẹ́. Mo kí ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Òní gbogbo àjọ ń ṣàìsùn nísìn. Ó yẹ kí Masbi náà ti máa sùn báyìí. Bàbá yìí náà ti sùn bàbá lẹ́kìtì. Lágo 4. Àbẹ́fẹ́ lọ káṣù bá ní bàbá lẹ́kìtì. Bàbá lẹ́kìtì kan wà lórí ètò. Kò sórun lójú gbogbo wa. Ṣé ìlú tí wọ́n mú jẹmújẹ yìí wá máa sùn? Because mọ the next plan àwọn Fúlàní. Fúlàní dẹ̀ ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà, gbogbo business tẹ́ ń ṣe Nàìjíríà Fúlàní ni. Mo kí yàwá Cole. Masbi ní fídíò wa máa jáde lẹ́ni tèmi àtẹ̀jọ́ ṣe. So kẹ́ máa retí ẹ̀. Mo kí wọn medias wa láìfẹ́ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan sílẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ kí bàbá wa lóyè gbogbo is working around the clock. You know, èyí tẹ́ ní unity. Bàbá is working around the clock. I don't have to disclose anything. Èmi àti olóyè sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. So he's working around the clock. But I'm sure some of you will start noticing certain things within the next 24, 48 hours. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mẹ́rin pé láti ìtẹ̀wá náà wá jáde nínú yẹn, you wait. You have to wait. Okay? Tó bá dẹ̀ lè wait. Bọ́ sí ìgboro Ìjẹ̀bú Òde kó máa ní Yorùbá Nation Rally. Kò kúkú sẹ́ni tó máa mú ẹ. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti mú ẹ. Wọ́n á pe Koiki Media, Adépolóyè, Agbẹ́lẹ̀. But tá bá jáde lọ in groups, it's better than going out as single. Because fẹ́ jẹ́ kí nǹkankan ṣe ní one of us. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń prepare the last part of it. Ẹni tójú bá ń kán nínú group jáde kúrò nínú group jáde sí títì. Okay? Let's remain patient. And when we are talking, we are not attacking àwọn àjọ ṣe Yorùbá Nation. Ṣé láwọn tó believe yẹn àwọn là máa attack jù. But ẹ máa mix ẹ pé àwọn tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation kó ìkìlá. Àwọn yẹn ni mo ṣì ń bá wí because mo fẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́ràn. Now, Ango Abdullahi sọ pé bloodletting, distrust, insincerity and the false pretense at unity. Nǹkan mẹ́ta yẹn ló ń ṣe wá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà nísìn. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sùn lójoojúmọ́ ni. Mo kí Mr. Taiwo Alasi. It shall end in praise, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Bí àṣà lóye, àwọn aláni sì àgbẹ̀yìn. But we have to come with a strong energy. Bloodletting, distrust. Igbo gbọ́dọ̀ trust wa, ààrẹ gbọ́dọ̀ trust àwọn náà. Kódà lórí ìjàngbara àgbọ́dọ̀ trust ara wa, but ó better báwọn ṣe ń push, káwa náà push, kájọ owó Nàìjíríà, káwa jọ ṣe kí ni, kólúkálukú wá tètè ya maintain lẹ́nẹ̀. Àwọn tó wà láàárín wa, ẹ má worry nípa wọn. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ tó ń pè lófin ni, tẹ́ bá mọ tó ń pè lófin, òfin kan ò lè mú wọn nísìn torí Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo àjọ wa. Bó jẹ́ ká gba ìlú wa tán, gbogbo àrà tó ń dá ní gbogbo state wa yẹn, tó fi sọ̀rọ̀ wọn di King Kong. Òfin ni. Wọ́n ṣẹ̀ máa kọ̀fin, ọmọ tó ń pè lófin, law, wọ́n ṣẹ̀ máa kọ̀fin míì. Ṣé wá rí gbogbo tá à ń sọ yìí, tí kò yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀, before I go further into the broadcast again. Àwọn kan rò pé bóyá kìíní yìí máa pẹ́, ó máa pẹ́ bákan bí àtẹ́ pé Koiki, but one thing is, tí Nàìjíríà bá die between now and the next 2 years, tàbá pánísìn ní kíákíá tí a gba independent country wa tó jáde, ṣe rí àwọn wòlíì kan tó máa ń ní àwọn ríran yẹn, then ẹ̀yin yá wá ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, ṣe rí àwọn fídíò kan wà tẹ́ máa ń send kan tí bàbá wòlíì náà sírò láàyè. I don't want to see all those kind of nonsense videos. Ìgbà oníkólóyè má lọ sin ìyá ẹ̀, olóyè dẹ̀ ti sìn yẹ, bọ́ tún circulate fídíò yẹn, ìyẹn kò ń ṣe prophecy mọ́, fake nìyẹn. But ẹ̀yin yá wa máa wà tó Koiki Ṣòtìrí tí prophet Nasiru láì sọ, mo ní olóyè fúnra rẹ̀ gan wòlíì lòun náà. Bí bàbá confirm náà sọ̀rọ̀ pé kó lóyè má wá sílé o, tó bá wá o kíníkan àti sìn olóyè nísìn ó ti lọ pé 2 years báyìí. Wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ jáde nísìn o, ẹ má jẹ́ kó lóyè wá sílé o, Koiki Àgbàgà Ìgbògbò, bàbá kúkú wà ní Germany tiẹ̀, oúnjẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ ó ń tọ́jú àwọn ajá ẹ̀ àtàwọn ọmọ onílé kó wà ní Germany. So why are you worried? Ẹ̀yin má worry nípa ẹ̀. Ṣákírù wà nílé, èmi wà nílé, bàbá Èkìtì wà nílé, Masbi wà nílé, àwa náà tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti dìde. Olóyè bá bẹ̀rù pé agbára wọn fẹ́ le ju ti àtàwa lọ, á dẹ̀ máa bọ̀ ńgbà yẹn. But for now, they are capable hands at home. George Akínọlá wà nílé, àwọn tó wà ké, ẹ má jẹ́ kí wòlíì kankan jáde máa sọ pé olóyè má wà lé, gbogbo wọn ẹ̀yin diaspora gangan náà ń gbé mọ́ra. Sí kankan tó ń rí, àwọn tó ń ríran àmọ̀ wọn, tó ń ṣe gbogbo ló ń ríran. Mẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ni kankan ríran sí wa, we like miracles. But bàbá ìgangan ni miracle, bàbá Akíntóyè, òun gangan ni miracle wa. Ilé gangan lẹ́ẹ̀ ká máa worship. Bàbá ìgangan lẹ́ẹ̀ ká máa worship because olóyè gan kò lè sọ pé òun ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá ìtọ́kùn, ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ dénú, ó ní òun lè dalẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀. Ẹ̀kẹ́ni kankan wá sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn rí miracle kan, miracle wo lọ́n rí? Àníwọ̀ rí miracle kò ṣe gbogbo wọn. Púpọ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún olóṣèlú. Àwa ti mọ gbogbo géèmì yẹn. Ọmọ náà ń ríran, ẹ má jáde o, ẹ bá jáde fúnra lọ máa pa yín o, gbogbo jágbàjàgbà yẹn. Àwọn ní sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn ènìyàn Ọlọ́run, bẹ̀ sọ fún gbogbo wọn kó wà very careful. Kó wà very very careful. Àti babaláwo àti àfáà, àdúrà ní kó máa ṣe fún wa. Ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ta fẹ́ gbà yìí o, kò bọ́ sí. That's all. Mo ṣe kí èèyàn kan máa sọ fún wa ìkan tẹ̀ wá ìyẹn máa ń jáwé gan bá ní Yorùbá ò tí lè jáde nísìnyí. Bàbá náà báyìí àwọ̀ aṣọ funfun jágbàjàgbà báyìí, ó mọ̀ mí dáadáa, ṣùgbọ́n ní wọn ó ti dárúkọ mi lórí iṣẹ́ kan rí, ó máa ń wọ fight bá àmọ́ bí ó dà pé àbẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n babaláwo ni tó náà tún ṣe irọ́ ní gbogbo wọn tẹ̀ nǹkan lábẹ́lẹ̀ o. Kẹ́ni kankan fún yíyí kankan gbogbo àwọn wòlíì yẹn pátá lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn babaláwo tó lọ ń gbà fọṣẹ tó ń gba gbogbo ẹ̀. Máa parọ́ fún anybody lórí social media, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ máa gbé mọ́ra. Gbogbo àwọn babaláwo tẹ lọ́nbá náà lọ sọ fún ẹ pé wòlíì yẹn ṣe kọjá lọ nísìnyí tó máa lò níjọ́ Sunday ó ti wá gbà tiẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sọ fún yín pé ìṣẹ̀ṣe ò dá o, ẹ fi ìṣẹ̀ṣe sílẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Camouflage anybody. Àwọn wèrè àtàsínwín. Yorùbá ò tí lè lọ nísìn, Nàìjíríà ṣì máa dá. Nàìjíríà kọ́, Nàìjíríà ni. Ango Abdullahi ọmọ Fúlàní gan sọ pé what unity? Ẹ̀mẹ̀ kó ti sàn kan mẹ́ta, bloodletting. Ṣẹ́rí kò sí nǹkan tó worst tó distrust. Kí ló ń pè ní distrust? Mo kí Venture TV, good morning. Ẹ tí máa dárúkọ ẹ má fi ṣèbínú. Tá a bá sọ pé distrust, kí ni wọ́n ń pè ní distrust? Ká wà nísìn, ká sọ pé ọmọ Ìgbò máa ní lọ́lẹ̀ pa, that no be A, na D. Àwọn yẹn láti ṣẹ́fẹ́ gbé ní country kan náà, kò lè work. We would have a lot of issues with them. Ìtàn pè ní distrust ni. Bí Tinubu bá náà máa ṣe kankan nísìn, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò máa ní lọ́lẹ̀ pa. I don't trust it. Even àwọn tó jọ ń ṣe political party wọn àwọn olè ẹrù finance wọn àtàtìkù. I mean, how can we be fools? Ẹmọ tí Ọjì Uzor Kalu sọ, tẹ bá ra àwọn politician ìbọn ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀, á dàbí pé kẹ tètè rí kíkẹ fọmọ wọn lórí kọ́kú dànù ni. Tẹ bá gbọ́n kan tí Ọjì Uzor Kalu sọ, màá wò bí mo lè mú átíkù yẹn jáde tẹ́ bá gbọ́ nǹkan tó nílẹ̀ Ìgbò nígbà tó di gọ́vnà kò rí kankan ṣe, and the moment they have become a little bit powerful, politician tó bá ti lè máa control 1 billion naira forget it. They can do anything to tell you that Nigeria will be great. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ sáré kí àwọn tó wà lórí Koiki Media because cross post àmàgbàgbẹ́ lómi Peter Ọládélé mo kí ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni restructure my foot mo kí Oríyọmí Ọpẹ́yẹmí mo kí Sister Ellen lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ ìyá Kogi tẹ́ báyìí ti gbọ́ ìyá Kogi attention chanton ti lọ́ntì ẹ̀ nìyẹn ti jáde láyé according to àwọn ará Kogi lánàá tó send message sí wa òun àti Saheed Bọ́tà ti máa ríra wọn lọ́wọ́n báyìí àwọn ni general Dúpọ̀ Nítìrì àwọn méjèèjì àti pàdé lọ́wọ́n báyìí iṣẹ́ tó lùkàkú bá ṣe ló máa jèrè ẹ̀. Mo kí ẹ Peter George bàbá mi Ọlájídé Ezekiel mo fi tọ̀tọ̀ mo fi dárúkọ yín sà mo kí yín Aṣáyè Bánkọ́lé èèyàn ti gbowó ṣà mo kí ẹ báńkì gbọ̀n ará Ondo Gani Olóyèdè mo kí ẹ Peter Ọládélé. What a disgraced country. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni one day for the thieves one day for the owners. Ẹ ti sun gbogbo akọ̀ǹkiri ṣẹ́rẹ́ tí kò yá àwọn olóṣèlú ìpọ́n rò pàwọn nìkan là ń bínú ṣẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ̀ ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn onímọ́tò lójoojúmọ́ tábà ti jáde fún rádì ẹ̀yin ló máa kọ́kọ́ wá léwu Adébísí Bòbóyè mo kí ẹ. If you think that it is about us, no. Razak Bankole mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí platform lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Let's go further because bá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ 3 hours so kí n wrap it up ká lè lọ sùn bí n tẹ̀ sùn màá lọ lie down màá máa ronú pé báwo la ṣe máa ṣe báyìí ọ̀nà báyìí la fẹ́ gbà so màá tún padà wá tílẹ̀ bá mọ́ bí n tẹ̀ sùn màá lọ lie down kára kọ̀ fi tó. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tàjọ wà lórí ètò especially ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní outside àti ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ìwọ tó ń wò mí tó ń yín mú ṣorí mú yẹn náà ló máa yín títí tá máa fi débi tá à ń lọ. Wọ́n ní what unity we have all in various degrees suffer gbogbo àná láti suffer Hausa ti suffer Igbo ti suffer Yorùbá ti suffer Ìjọ ti suffer Plateau ti suffer Benue. Nothing bind us together. Kò sí kankan tó bind wa together. Nothing irọ́ ló wà ńbẹ̀. No common ancestral origin. Ọmọ tó ń pè ní ancestral origin. Ìran ọmọ aládé báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ compare pẹ̀lú Fúlàní àti Haúsá? Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ compare pẹ̀lú Ìgbò? Ṣé èdè ni? Àgbọ́ èdè wọn ọ̀gbọ́ èdè ni. Kódà tó bá lọ kọ́ èdè wọn wọ́n sì máa sọ fún ẹ pé kò ń ṣọmọ ìbìkọ̀ wá mọ̀ at some point. Culture àṣà wa ìbọn ìyá wa Adéyẹyè ìtòlùkàrùkù bá lè máa lọ ṣe sílẹ̀ kódà bó ò lówó aṣọ ò lówó flag ò lówó anything just go and prepare yourself that's all. Má jẹ́ kójú kan ju àwọn leaders wa lọ ojú kan Ìgbòho náà ojú ń kán bàbá Akíntóyè ṣé Ìgbòho tó ti wà níta for 3 years ó rò pé kóhun kó padà wálé ni ṣé lifestyle tó ń gbé ní Germany ló ń gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìnyí lifestyle tó ń gbé ní Germany ṣé irú ẹ̀ náà ló ń gbé nígbà tó wà nílé ó yàtọ̀ ṣé weather la fẹ́ sọ ni yes ibẹ̀ làwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wà ó máa ń lọ máa ń bọ̀ ni. Nothing binds us together. No common ancestral origin, language, culture, way of life, ìmúra wa, ìsóúnjẹ wa. Tí bá ní kọ́ lọ bá mi ṣe kọ́kọ́rẹ́ nísìn, tí má là bá rí, á ní ìgbẹ́ ni mò ń jẹ. Bóun náà bá ń jẹ tó kàǹkáfí, màá ní kí ló ń jẹ. Our governance. Mo ní ọmọ Yorùbá ní DSS, ó ní ká lọ gbébọn, ká lọ defend ara wa. Kí ló dé táwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ò sọ fún wa? ọmọ Ògùn state ni mo ti mention orúkọ ẹlẹ́ǹkan kódà mo máa fi laptop mi sí sleep mi because ibi tá a bá parí sí náà láti máa pick ẹ̀ òun ni mo kọ́ sí bíbá DSS Director General ọmọ Yorùbá ni Adéọlá Olúwatósìn Àjàyí. He resumed office on August 28, 2024. He was appointed by Tinubu. Buhari ò ní appoint ọmọ Yorùbá láyé. Peter Obi ò ní appoint ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ Igbo ẹgbẹ́ ló máa appoint. Kò sí unity, distrust ní irọ́ ló wà níbẹ̀, irọ́ ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà. But camouflage àwọn olóṣèlú ni pé kọ́ máa gbá orí gbogbo wa, ó yá gbà síbí, ó yá kówó díẹ̀ fáwọn ilé níbí báyìí. Ẹ dàrú níbẹ̀ yẹn. It's all lies. Ìtòlẹ̀ mú adọ́dọ̀ DSS ni pé a lọ sọ́dọ̀ Ọ̀ṣun state pé àwọn tí wọ́n ní wọ́n mú ní December tí church ní kọ́ fún wọn ní official investigation 60 days wọ́n ti pé I can bet you the another 3 months ẹni gbọ́n kankan mọ́. Ṣé country nìyẹn court approved 60 days detention for Boko Haram suspect àwọn tó set up cells tẹ́ bá rántí December incident yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ but January la ṣe gbọ́. Before I go because mo fẹ́ mention ti bàbá olóyè Ìgbòho tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ pé àwọn ti response àwọn Fúlàní tẹ́lẹ̀ ní January kó tó di pé Nàìjíríà tó lórí burúkú tó wá sọ̀rọ̀. The war by Fulani leaders against Sunday Igboho needs to stop now, Professor Adebanji Akintoye writes. This was in January 2025. Let me read it quickly. Yesterday, January 2025, I witnessed a video showing an important leader, Professor Garu Gololo, ìyẹn ló kọ́kọ́ attack Igboho kó tó di pé Najatu aláṣẹ́wó òun náà tó wá ṣe the same thing. So ìgbà tí bàbá Akíntóyè wọ́n wo fídíò mi kan lọ́wọ́ ní èwo tó ní Najatu yìí mo wá ní ìyẹn náà ṣe tún sọ̀rọ̀ ni lọ́wọ́ sẹ́ndẹ̀ lè sí mi èmi tẹ̀rọ pé èmi gan tẹ̀tí gbàgbé mo wá sẹ́ndẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ mi kan blog ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ wọn náà ti blog eléyìí bàbá ní January so mo wá repost again so kákọ̀ sáré kà briefly torí time àti lọ ká lọ sùn. Prophet Garuz Gololo screaming a fierce message against Chief Sunday Igboho, a prominent leader of the Yoruba self-determination struggle. Professor Gololo was like many other Fulani, like Najatu, Alashewo, and many of them like that, àti Shaitan of Sokoto, pẹ̀lú àwọn ọba wa tó ń gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ fún wa against Igboho. Before him, striving might and main to paint Chief Sunday Igboho as a criminal whom the federal government to arrest and detain. Professor Gololo attack on Sunday Igboho were so harsh and so lacking in truth that I have decided to make the truth available to him. Ibi tá ti ní the pen bàbá nìyẹn. Àwọn òkàwé tó bàbá. Táwa bá ti ń ṣe gbigidi gbàgàlà, a ní di bàbá kó máa bá wa fi pen, kó máa fi bá wa destroy ayé wọn. Káwa máa fi media, káwa máa fi bá ayé wọn jẹ́ gbogbo àwa media. But a ní di bàbá kó máa fi pen. Torí pé the pen tó bàbá bá kọ̀ síta báyìí irú ìtọ́kọ̀ fún Tinubu yẹn káká. So bàbá láti sọ fún Gololo àtàwọn Fúlàní tó kù pé olóyè ò kì í ṣe criminal. This was January ni bàbá respond padà sí. So a kí bàbá yẹn dáadáa. And that's why I said let's give bàbá the final prep to complete and come out and talk to us. Kò ṣe pé káwọn ní yes yes I said it's me and I've not said it's not me but I follow what our leaders say. So our leaders is who we are following. Àbẹ́lómi wà tẹ́ ń tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ti lẹ́lómi tẹ́ ń tẹ́lẹ̀ fine èmi ò lẹ́lómi tẹ́ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ èmi ò tí lẹ́lómi tẹ́ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ o èmi ò tẹ̀lé Dúpọ̀ Onítìrì mo tẹ̀lé Tinubu mo rẹ̀ ní ọlọ́ọ̀dẹ ní jẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé gbogbo àwọn governors nítorí lórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní gbogbo wọn látòkè délẹ̀ I have nothing to say more than that. Bàbá Akíntóyè àti Igboho àti YSDM àti gbogbo àwọn groups but leader wa tó jẹ́ leader movement tó òun ni Bàbá Akíntóyè and is the one that will tell us tó bá wá ní o lè dúró fún Bàbá Akíntóyè kó jáde ẹbí akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ra yín kò ń ṣe mi mò ń sọ ìyẹn lẹ máa ṣe fúnra yín o. We must wait for Bàbá Akíntóyè to forge ahead. Just to quickly wrap it up because I need 10 minutes. Ẹ má gbàgbé kẹ́ support wa is very very important. Òun lẹ gbọ́ ní sẹ́ a máa sanwó fún accountant £400 ni máa san fún accountant ni. Dó mo sanwó fún tán délé bẹ́ẹ̀ máa san díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. The British took hold of the lower reach of River Niger and Benue, and appellate, call it Nigeria. John Boko Moke went to South Africa. And the French likewise, the dry upper reaches of the River Niger was called Niger. Our French, àwọn gba Niger. British gba ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. The name Nigeria was used as the name Nigeria was first used. Pé wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ lo Nigeria, kò ń ṣe inú Nigeria gbọ̀ngàn ló ti lò. Can you imagine? It was first used and published in an article in the Times of London on the 8th of January 1897 by Flora Shaw, the girlfriend of Frederick Lugard, Alashewe. The name came in handy as this was towards the close of diplomatic battle between Britain and France over the claim of territory in West Africa. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n fi lọ pè ní Berlin Conference 1884. Kí ló ń pè ní Berlin Conference? Olúkálùkù jẹ́ tiẹ̀, ó yá France gba tiẹ̀, ìyẹn ni gbogbo wàhálà tá à ń gbọ́ nísìn tí àwọn Mali àti Burkina Faso àti Niger tó náà wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú France mọ́. But nísìn Tinubu nísìn òun náà ti gba power nísìn, òun sì sọ pé ká ṣì wà ní Nàìjíríà, òun fẹ́ máa ṣe 2025 àti 2027 kí wọ́n máa irọ́ náà ló wà ń bẹ̀. Thus, the incongruous creation of the protectorate. Kí ló ń pè ní protectorate? Before 1914, olúkálùkù ló ní kingdom tó ń pè ní Yoruba kingdom, Hausa kingdom. Kò tẹ̀sí Hausa kingdom mọ́ anyway because wọ́n ti expatriate àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n ti pa wọ́n dànù ní 1806. But nígbà tó wá ń súnmọ́ di pé àwọn north lose owó wọn, owó gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan ló rówó. Lugard wá send message padà sí England pé òun máa jọ àjẹrí power tó ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá mi lẹ́kìtì. Power tó ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn a ní 9 minutes. Kí gbogbo àlè lọ fẹ̀gbẹ́ lélẹ̀ bá tẹ̀sùn. Ìrora àtúbà náà ti fẹ́ dé ní sọ́mọ́ àti five bá lónìí sáwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Power tó ní níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kó tó rírú ẹ̀lú lọ́dọ̀ wa mọ́. The power was too much. Wákọ̀ gbé telegram dẹ̀ lọ́ máa ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn àbíkọ́ send the message by ship pé òun máa join ní gbogbo wọn papọ̀. Wọ́n ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ, wọ́n ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀gbẹ́ yẹ̀wò pé ok àwọn tẹ́ fẹ́ join papọ̀ yìí ṣèbó ní ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni wọ́n, elédè kan náà kan ni wọ́n. Wọ́n ló dáa kó join wọn. Ibi tá fi dé Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. Now àwọn kan wá ní ìwẹ̀ since tá ti wà Nàìjíríà yẹn ẹ ká máa manage lọ ká wá unity bò kò sí unity ká wá culture ó wá yàtọ̀ ká wá tradition ó yàtọ̀ síra wa. Tó bá ń ṣe Egungun festival nísìn àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò máa ní náà ẹ lè ṣòro àwọn fẹ́ lọ tajà. But tó bá yẹ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wa ní olúkálùkù máa respect ní ta fẹ́ ṣe. A lè lo èdè wa ní school torí àwọn tó jẹ́ elédè míì àwọn sọ fún apá àwọn ò lè bá ẹni sùnmọ̀ báwo làwọn Haúsá yẹn ṣe ń pass ní north pẹ̀lú English. Gbogbo àwọn exam tó máa ń ṣe yẹn because computer based ni ṣé àwọn tó gbọ́ English wọ́n ti ń yí ọwọ́ padà lọ́hùn yẹn abájọ tí cut off mark wọ́n ṣe low. Ẹlòmíì àgbà 248 wá ní kò lè ṣe law whereas ọmọ Haúsá tó gba 100 cut off mark wá ní kó wá ṣe law ní Unilag. Nigeria is a fraud. Tètè mọ̀ ní mo kí ẹ Bishop Adesina. Ango Abdullahi wá ní we will all be better off dissolve. Kí ló ń pè ní dissolve? Tó bá bu ṣúgà tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ṣú ẹlòmíì máa ń fi ṣúgà ti yọ̀ díẹ̀ sí tó bá ra bù sí díẹ̀ báyìí tó bá wọnú inú kòkò ọbẹ̀ tó fi ń ṣe kinní yẹn ò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Tó bá ẹ̀yin yàrá tẹ bá ń ṣe iyọ̀ ọ̀dà púpọ̀ iyọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ nínú oúnjẹ torí kò dáa. Bọ̀ kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe oúnjẹ tá a fi fi yọ̀ sí àfi tá a bá ń gbàwẹ̀ white àbí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Tẹ bá ń ṣe ọbẹ̀ yẹn lọ tẹ bá fi yọ̀ sí ẹ wá iyọ̀ yẹn jáde ẹ ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. The only way tẹ́tú lè fi extract iyọ̀ yẹn ó sì tún wà but ẹ máa láti dissolve àwọn kankan kúrò lára omi ọbẹ̀ yẹn but ẹ̀yin ò lè ṣe mọ́ because ó ti lọ in a scientific way. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbé lab tó bá gbé lab wọ́n máa wá ní òkè omi ọbẹ̀ yìí àfi yọ̀ kúrò lára rẹ̀ wọ́n máa yọ̀ torí pé tá bá sick anywhere in the world, even in Nigeria, ìgbẹ́ tá à ń yà yẹn, ìgbẹ́ tá à ń yà ní toilet yẹn, ó lè detect many things tó ń ṣe wá lára. Bọ̀ wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n máa ní kó lọ yàgbẹ́ kékeré kó mú wá àbí kó lọ tọ̀, wọ́n á gbé sínú mic. Iṣẹ́ táwọn kan ń ṣe nìyẹn, kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ orúkọ lélẹ̀, ara iṣẹ́ tá a máa ṣe náà nìyẹn. Tá a máa ní láàbù oríṣiríṣi tá a máa ṣe research, wọ́n á gbé sínú magnifier, wọ́n máa wò ó, wọ́n máa yọ ìtọ́ fi yọ ń bẹ̀. Ànúkè ilé ló jẹ, wọ́n á lè fi detect àìsàn tó ń ṣe wá. Àìsàn wo ló ń ṣe wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Nàìjíríà ni. Kọ́ dissolve, wọ́n ní ká má dissolve. Ó yá lẹ plaster mọ́, ibo ló máa lẹ plaster mọ́? Lẹ láti Kwara jẹ́ kó d'Èkìtì, ó yá foundation tó ti wó, tó ti bàjẹ́, tó ti destroy. Ango Abdullahi ọmọ Fúlàní wọ́n sọ fún wa pé we our indigenous people, ẹ̀yin ọba, ẹ̀yin olóyè, ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀yè, ẹ̀yin ọ̀kọ̀tún ìlú, ọ̀yin ọkọ̀ya, òrìṣàdé ọkọ̀ya, ó dàbí bèbí wọ́n bèbí hook your team, bèbí hook your team. Má ṣe níbẹ̀. Mo rí DJ Copy náà, ọmọ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, ibo ni bàbá ẹ̀ ti lówó? Níbo ni bàbá ẹ̀ ti rí owó? Àwa mọ̀ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá ní Sùúrùlérè, níbo ni bàbá ẹ̀ ti rí owó? One bastard, ẹ̀yin olè, ẹ̀yin 419. Àwọn lọ sí posted, orí ẹni tó máa lọ sí posted. I love you, can I send my bank account? Èmi ò tàbátà wa London ṣe máa na fi send bank account sí DJ Copy. A lè send bank account sí because ìyà ò jẹ wá ní London. A lè má lówó tó lóòótọ́, wà wà comfortable. Àwọn ọmọ mi ò lè lọ sábẹ̀, wọ́n lè admire, yes, but wọ́n lè lọ sábẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa lọ sábẹ̀, lẹ máa fi OP account ní sábẹ̀. Bless me o. Ẹ lọ sábẹ̀ Obi Cubana, Obi o. Ṣé bọ́ ṣe báwọn ará London ṣe? No. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, ìjọ́ ò lẹ́yìn rí yàtọ̀ sáwà tá à ń tọrọ owó báyìí o. Ìjọ́ ò lẹ́yìn rí àwọn èèyàn kan post account wọn sórí social media. Yàtọ̀ sí Koiki o, mọ̀ báwa iṣẹ́ táwa gbà ní ká máa tọrọ owó. Díjọ́ wo ni wọ́n rẹ́ ní body ní diaspora America tó wá ń ṣe program tó wá ní ẹ̀fà account síta o, kó ara ọmọ America tó máa jọ account síta ìgbàgbà. Nàìjíríà yìí nìkan náà ni ìlú òfò mú kí ẹ sọ́nkì. So on that note, we will all be better off dissolved so that each Yoruba, Hausa, indigenous people, Igbo, Biafra, Oduduwa, àwọn kan ní àṣẹ Yorùbá ní ṣọmọ Oduduwa ní wá tẹ̀tí kúrò ní Nàìjíríà lẹ́tí sọ yẹn. Ẹ má ẹ̀ka fúnra wa ní edic. We will work within their new countries. Kí ló dé tó fẹ́ new country yẹn? Kò ní pẹ́ kó tó fi develop. Wàláì tàlá ìsúnmọ́ bí láìláìlá wà. Kò ní pẹ́. We are all still young. Èmi ò tí pé 50. So tabagba country àjọ àṣà Amọ̀lúkà, a máa náwó ẹ̀, a máa gbádùn ẹ̀, a tún máa bímọ sí gánṣẹ́. Ò fẹ́ yẹn, ọmọ àlè. Nàìjíríà tó ń pààyàn, tó ń mújẹmújẹ, ìyẹn ló fẹ́. We will work within their new countries. Biafra ní country tiẹ̀. Àṣì ní cordial relationship. Àjọ ní embassy. Ní lo náírà òfò, náírà tó ti depreciate. Kí bàbá mi wà rí ìṣìnà tó. Àwa tí fi máa gbéra lẹ́yìn tẹ́ṣẹ̀ ń wọlé. Àwa tí wà lórí ètò. So wá ní let us call for dissolution through referendum. Tinubu nísìn. Tá a bá gbéra nísìn. Plan ẹ̀ ló lè fi ṣe ní ó lè ní. Ẹ má wọrí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá o. Máa fún ní referendum ní second term. Tẹ́ bá believe ẹ̀, Jagaban irọ́ ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ṣé mọ̀ pé ní Kútọ́nù wọ́n ṣì ná coins mo rí wẹ̀rì. Kódà wọ́n tẹ̀ cherish coins wọn ju nọ́ọ̀tì lọ. Tó bá fún wọn nọ́ọ̀tì bá rà ní mí ní change. Míkọ̀. Màmá wonder pé kí ni coins ti ń ṣe fẹ́yìn because ó ṣì ní value lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn. A new baby will only be given the real name when the baby is born, not when the mother's womb. So, tabade máa bí ọmọ tuntun, ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa ta sílẹ̀ o, ẹ̀jẹ̀ àlàáfíà ni o, ẹ̀jẹ̀ àlùbáríkà ni o, a máa délẹ̀ lérí o, but we must all remain firm. Allah akbar, bá tẹ̀ kírun àti gbọ́rùn, mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, mo kí bàbá mi Ògúndáre, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àfà, ẹ̀yin babaláwo, mo kí ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bí gbogbo a ṣe ń sọ pé may we wait patiently for Baba Akintoye. he has the final say, is the intelligentsia. Ó dàgbà ju gbogbo wa lọ. Ó ní kò sí ìmọ̀ kankan tó fẹ́ gbé wá kankan gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìmọ̀ olè fẹ́ gbé wá. Mo láì díà àwọn kan tẹ̀ máa ń rìn táwọn kan máa ní ọgbọ́n ọmọ kékeré mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọgbọ́n ọlọ́gbọ́n náà la fi ń ṣe ọgbọ́n. Bọ̀ bàbá wa ní ọgbọ́n, ó ní ìmọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kó wọn àti olóyè àtàwọn tíìmù wọn tó ń mú bá ṣe máa múra sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kó design ẹ̀ níwọ̀n ọ̀gbà tó ṣì kù, kó wá sọ fún wa pé ó ti tó àsìkò tó ilé tó lọ. That is the words of encouragement that I can give us. But like I said, I have a little bit of what is happening. All that's happening is we are still good to go and everything is fine. Yoruba will exit. That's what I mean. We are good to go. Ìwọ tó ní kò ní bọ́ sí, kò ń ṣe dandan. Jókòó sínú ilé ìyàwó ẹ̀ kó máa kò rọ́bẹ̀ jẹ́. Wọ́n send video ṣáwá sí mi látẹ̀kọ́ lánàá. Mo rán wọn ní ṣáwá ẹ̀yà wa. 1,000 naira ní ṣáwá. Gbogbo ṣáwá yẹn ò jù báyìí lọ. Mo ní kó ra 12. That's 12,000 naira. Shower, 1,000 naira. Àdẹ̀rà lómi ní Ondo State. Kí wá láǹfààní omi yẹn? Àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ tètè kúrò ká lè feed ara wa properly, ká lè wà robust, kára wa lè dán. Ṣé rí gbogbo ẹni tí ẹ̀kẹ́ yín ti pa kó báyìí? Á jáde ní kíákíá tó bá ń jẹ nutrient food, tó ń gbádùn, tó ń mu mango, tó ń mu ọsàn, tó dẹ̀ yàgbẹ́, tó mọ omi tó da, tó ń ṣe pure water, tó mọ ibi tó ti ṣe, tó ń rọ lẹ́yìn ilé wọn. Mo rí ibi tó ti ń rọ bottle water. Tí ó tẹ̀lé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò yẹn, ọlọ́mọ yẹn káwọn yẹn pa gbogbo àtọ́ndélẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní fake. Àwa wí tán very dark man don defend wọn pé wọ́n close gbogbo shop wọn. Tá bá gba country wa, àwa máa protect ẹ̀yin. Ò ní kúkú ọ̀wọ̀ọ̀wọ̀. Mo kí àwa Rukayat ọmọ mi. And on that note, I gotta go now. Apàdà wá before 12. Bí n tẹ̀rọ oṣù ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́kọ̀ lie down sórí bed ká tún máa wo bó ṣe ń lọ. Àdúrà wa gbà ọ́. Èmi náà ní àbúrò yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, the last man standing, Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Kóìkì Media. Mo ní àwọn ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú, àwọn ń gbọ́ àkíngbà. Àwọn Èkìtì, àwọn náà kì í gbọ́wọ̀ kì í gbà. Oǹdó kì í gbọ́ kì í gbà. Gbogbo wa náà là ní gbọ́ àlẹ́gbà. A máa délẹ̀ lérí o. But we must remain adamant and focused. Focus mean pé má jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan fún ẹ ní nǹkan tó máa sọ fún ẹ pé kò lè bọ́ sí irọ́ ló ń pa. Àwọn èèyàn níbi tó ń lọ, àwa la máa kó wọn délẹ̀ lérí torí orí wọn ti dọ́ta pátápátá. Yoruba nation, no retreat, no surrender. Good night.